my gosh, what is up, everyone? Hello, hello, happy Sunday. How is everyone? Oh my gosh, we are here. We are back this Sunday. I am so excited. Okay, I'm just adjusting a few things. Oh my gosh, we picked the theme Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland was our theme. And we are going to do it upright. So, Alice in Wonderland's my favorite Disney movie of all time. So not am I only doing that. Top dog. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always making sure you are first on the board. Look at this. Month of May, new board, right? New month, new board. Let's get you up there, top dog. Oh my gosh. We got you right there. First one, always love the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Enjoy no ads, of course, and all the emotes you want to use in chat. I appreciate you so much. We are in the month of May officially. This is my first month, or my first day in the month of May. So exciting. Not only is it the first stream for May, and it's from my favorite Disney movie, which is Alice in Wonderland, but it is also my birthday month, so how exciting that I get to start with that. Y'all know I'm a huge Disney person, so I absolutely love that this is where we're going. And I'll tell you right now, right, Top Dog, birthday month. So I will tell you right now, I thought about this menu for like every day this week. I was like writing ideas down. I was doing everything. Top Dog actually helped with the menu a lot today. And I'll give him credit where credit is due, because he thought of something entirely on his own, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes. But I decided for our Alice in Wonderland menu, I had to do something with the unordinary characters, right? I absolutely wanted to do something that just was different. So, love you too, Top. And if you don't know, Top Dog is my husband. He is also, of course, my moderator. He is a streamer himself, but he also is our taste tester. So he will be here taste testing everything today. But like I was saying, I had to pick some kind of I wanted to pick characters that weren't done a lot. Like, obviously, the super easy thing for desserts was going to be the Eat Me cookies or the Alice in Wonderland birthday cake. But I was like, I want to do characters that people don't know. So one of my favorite things is, in the very beginning, this is cartoon version of Alice in Wonderland. There's the story of the oysters. And then, of course, Top Dog brought up, what about Tweedledee and Tweedledum? And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do something with Tweedledee and Tweedledum. The first thing to actually fall into place, though, was making a caterpillar roll. How can I not make a caterpillar roll? And then ending with Cheshire Cat. So the characters we're taking over today are Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and we're going to be making some tomato heirloom, some heirloom tomato tarts that are red and yellow, kind of like what they look like. Then we're gonna make the little oysters. And the reason that's in quotes is, guys, I tried looking for oysters. I couldn't find them. So we're doing mussels, but we're gonna do little oysters. And then we're gonna make a caterpillar roll. There's gonna be a substitute in that as well, because things are difficult to find out here right now. And then I am going to do a caterpillar cake roll. I am most nervous for that. So it is going to be one of those roll cakes, kind of like a Swiss roll, but we're going to make it purple and pink, and we got a blueberry filling, and we're going to do a whipped cream to vanilla insert. Like, it's going to be amazing. I've just never made a roll cake, and so I'm actually really excited to try this and see what it tastes like. And I thought for Cheshire Cat, like, not only are we going to have the different colors, like of the pink and the purple, that the tail and all of that, but then when you look at the cake, it's going to be swirled, which again is all crazy like Cheshire Cat. So those are the characters I went with. Those are what we're going to make today. I'm actually really excited. I think it's going to be super fun. So, of course, we got to start with dessert. I have to make this cake first, this sponge cake. And the reason I have to do this is in order to do everything else with the cake, I have to have that completely cooled down. So we're going to be making the sponge cake first. So 350 degrees Fahrenheit. My ovens have been preheating for a little bit, so I know we're going to be good with that. I am going to read and reread this recipe. Let me actually take I'm going to copy really quickly the, hold on one second. I want to copy the link. I got this from, of course, this roll cake recipe from a blog. So I want to give them credit where credit is due. I always forget you got to do all commands here. So in chat, I've already put in what it is. They're doing theirs with a fudge swirl. We're doing ours with a blueberry swirl. So that's going to be the biggest difference. I even bought a jelly pan roll because that's one of the things they talk about. So I'm like, okay, we're going to do this. So let's go through this recipe because I want to make sure I fully understand. Now, one of the things they do talk about, apron, which by the way, for Alice in Wonderland, guys, how amazing is this apron? How much does that fit in with the theme today? Like, this is my favorite apron, and it's only because of this. Like I said, I'm a huge Alice in Wonderland fan, so anything Wonderland-y, I'm game for. So one of the things they talked about was eggs that were room temp. So right before stream, I pulled these out, which is not going to be room temp, by the way. So what I did is I filled up a bowl with just kind of warmer water, not boiling hot water or anything, but I filled up a bowl with a little warmer than room temp water and put the eggs in, and now these babies will be at room temp. So if you're ever like, I need them to be room temp now, that's how you do it. You just kind of fill a bowl up with some water. Get not super hot water because you don't want to cook your egg, and they'll cook very easily in water, but just a little warmer than room temp. Don't think hot tub. Think like you jumped into a pool and it's like just a little too warm when you wanted it to be cool. That's kind of the water that you want to go with. Okay, so let's read this recipe. Place eggs in a bowl of a mixer. Okay, so I will bring my mixer out because it keeps wanting me to do that. So we are going to bust the mixer out and bring them out here. Put it on a high for 3 minutes until frothy and doubled in volume. Add sugar 1 tablespoon at a time. Beat for 5 to 8 minutes until pale, thick, and tripled in volume. Ooh, this is going to be fluffy. Okay. It will certainly take 8 minutes on high speed, so don't under whip it. I am glad we're going to just bust out this guy and do it. Okay. Eggs should reach a ribbon stage where it can hold a figure 8 and it falls back on itself. I'll show you guys what that means too. Very much in the baking world understand that part. Then we're going to whisk together the milk, oil, vinegar, vanilla in a small bowl and then gradually pour. Okay, so that's going to be some ingredients we put together right in the beginning to have it ready. Then we're going to sift flour and baking powder into a medium bowl. And this, I remember, I was reading in the blog that they wrote, like sifting is really important in this cake. So we're going to make sure to do that. So our flour and baking powder will again go into a different container. What up, Mary Cherry Mary? How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to my Wonderland themed meals today. We pick, just so you know, I pick different themes every week out of this jar. So if you ever have an idea, that's where Alice in Wonderland came from. Every Sunday I do a theme. Anything from sports, movies, animes, comic books. Trying to think of what else, guys. I said movies, books, time eras, other chefs. Everything you can think of. So, but I love Alice in Wonderland's my favorite. So I am very excited for today. And we're doing Tweedledee, Tweedledum, the little oysters, caterpillar roll, of course, and then a Cheshire cat cake. And so I'm making the cake right now. But how is your Sunday? Okay, so then let's see. We're going to sift it, mix it gently on low speed. Oh, this is interesting. Sift it again over the mixing bowl. Oh, wow. So we're doing a double sift on this. Okay. Sift it in over the mixing bowl with the beaten eggs in 2 parts. Mix it gently on low speed or just until incorporated. Then finish mixing it. And then evenly scrape along the bottom and then spread batter out. Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh, I'm so glad to meet you. Yes, I am a food and drink streamer. I love cooking, baking, all of that. So that is what you will find here. So thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. And today I'm actually attempting something that terrifies me. I have never made a roll cake before, kind of like, like Swiss rolls. I've never made that before, so I'm very excited, but like extremely nervous. Especially because like this cake, I'm looking at it and there's another piece to it I definitely have to do because I have to make two colored batters. I need to make one that's purple and one that's pink for the Cheshire Cat tail because when I put it in the pan, I'm gonna like put it in to be all, cute and pretty. But yeah, I'm just like, okay, I don't know when I do that, but I think what we'll do is with this batter, I'll put half aside. Yeah, I guess I'll mix it fully with the flour and then I'll put half of it into a bowl and the other half stays in the mixer. And I think that's when I'm gonna do my coloring. But this makes perfect sense. So let's get everything together. We already got the 4 large eggs. But like they said, the sugar we're going to do. And then they wanted the sugar. They never talked about the salt, though. They never talked about the salt. Place eggs, add sugar 1 tablespoon at a time. Where it's in the recipe, I'm guessing they want it with the sugar. So we'll put the sugar and that stuff together. So let's grab all of our crazy bowls and all of that. Oh, I do too. Is it Cinco de Mayo today? Well, if you're in America, happy Cinco de Mayo. No one else celebrates it, I don't think. Oh my gosh, it is the 5th. I know, I can't wait. And even like with the caterpillar roll, I have this, my husband got me this sushi kit and I'm so excited to use it. I've never used it. I used to make sushi back in the day, first job, like when I was 16 back in the day. So I haven't made it in a very long time, over 20 years. And so I have this kit so I can try making my sushi and I want to write on the plate and everything. And so I'm excited because like even the Tweedledee and Tweedledum tarts, I'm excited for how I'm going to put the mushrooms. I'm just like, okay, we're going to do this. I'm going to do this upright. So let me really quickly get behind you all and I'm going to pull some of these ingredients that I know we're going to need. So flour. Oh my gosh. And yeah, I am like super nervous about the cake, but like what I figured, because I was like, I want everything. It's like if you were to make an adult menu of Alice in Wonderland for like a party, right? That's like what I was going for, was like individually you'd be like, okay, cool, but then like all together it would tell the story. Well, not the story, but it would talk about Alice in Wonderland and you'd be like, okay. And with the Cheshire Cat, I was like, because there were so many desserts I could have done. I could have done the Eat Me cookies, but everyone's done those. I could have made the cake that blows up, the Happy Unbirthday cake. But I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And I was like going back and forth. And I was like, you know what, the Cheshire Cat, if I do a roll cake, not only in the colors of the Cheshire Cat's tail, and then on top of it, he's always spinning. So then you have like the spiral of that as well. Like that might be a little too deep, but that's what I was thinking. Okay, let's grab more. And I don't remember if it said baking powder or baking soda, so I'll just grab both. And then salt. So exciting. Okay, and then milk, oil. Okay, and then apple cider vinegar, which I thought that was interesting. Or she said you could also use just regular vinegar, which I don't know if I have apple cider. I thought I did, but I have a regular. So I'll use regular distilled. Which again, this sponge cake I've never made. I even bought a special pan for it just to be like, it calls itself the Jelly Roll Pan. So I'm like, okay, we got this. And we're going to do the inside is going to be the, I did blueberry jam. So we're going to put blueberry jam on the cake and then like a whipped cream and then we roll. And then we be rolling. Okay, so here's the pan I got. It was on Amazon. Ooh, all I've done is wash it, but it's a jelly roll pan, 15 by 10 inches. So We're giving this one shot. I probably should make 2, but we're gonna try 1, and if I can't, I'm gonna somehow measure it. That's half the fun, guys. If you were all around for my Sleeping Beauty cake, where we made the cake that the fairies make, I mean, that thing ended up toppling over at one point. So it's just about having fun. Okay, let's now get together our ingredients here. So first thing, let me kind of scooch these on over here. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is measure out I need to zoom in a little bit. This is a little far for me to read. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay. So first thing is the sugars. So 2/3 cup sugars. And especially with like a new recipe, I am not going to alter this in any way. Just because, again, a lot of you guys see me alter a lot of baking recipes because I'm like comfortable with it. Never made a sponge cake like this, so I'm definitely not altering this recipe today. Okay, and I am going to go ahead and put the salt in at this point. They don't talk about when to put the salt in, but judging where it's landing on the list, I feel like the salt's supposed to go in here. So let's go ahead. Let me get a 4th teaspoon. Oh my gosh, no, go to bed. Oh, McCrispy, how are you? Okay, I'll grab a puppy. They must have known you said that. Yeah, come see tomorrow, Very Cherry, for sure. It'll be on VODs, so come see it. It'll be unique. Let me grab a puppy here, McCrispy. Where are my puppies? Okay, one of them's probably upstairs. Let me grab the one that stays down here. She rarely makes an appearance. Oh, okay, she's my big girl. Here we go. Here we go. This is Stella. Here she is. This is the good girl. Oh, the puppies. Oh, the Stellas. Hi. Oh, there's Roxy. I see her. She's getting some sun. One of them had not such a fun day. Right, Stella? I love that meme, McCrisp. Yeah, she was on the couch, and then she ended up moving underneath the dining table to get sun. So I'm like, okay. So I saw her when I put her back. Roxy is our other Frenchie. She's a little... Today, I mean, she's in her normal mood. She's just a little calmer today. She ended up having to go get shots yesterday from our lovely vet. So Stella came for moral support, but didn't want to be there either. Normally they're pretty good, but not this time. They didn't want to be there. They were like the rest of us. Like, it's the weekend. What are we doing here? So again, we're going to sift this. And for anyone who just joined, we're doing the Wonderland, Alice in Wonderland, which I'm going to take this off and show you guys again. This has nothing to do with Alice in Wonderland. It's just like the perfect apron for it. But it is my first stream for the month of May, which is amazing. And then we also are doing Alice in Wonderland, which is my personal favorite Disney movie. And it's my birthday month. So what a way to start this off. Like, so happy. And so, yeah, we're starting with the cake, but we're going to I wanted to do unique characters today. So we're doing Tweedledee and Tweedledum tarts, little oysters, caterpillar roll, and then a Cheshire Cat roll cake, which that's what we're working on right now, and that's what I'm scared of the most. Because I've never made a roll cake in my life. All right, 1 cup. Oh my gosh, not a lot. This is a fluffy cake. 1 cup, and this is a really big bowl for that if I only need a cup. Okay, we can go down in bowl size. All right, so I got my sifter. I'm gonna just put that on right here. I'm getting my 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And we're going to do a double sift. So we're sifting it now, and then we're also going to sift it into the bowl because that's what they said they wanted. Let me put this to the side. Okay. Perfect. Sift it in. Let me get the little bits here. And then we're going to sift in, also they wanted us to sift in, is it baking powder? Yeah, baking powder. And we're doing 1/2 teaspoon. Yeah, and if anyone's made a roll cake, you just speak up and tell me if there's anything I should know. Okay, so not baking soda. Let's put that to the side. Let's make some baking powder. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to keep this to the side because that's good to go. And then let's get all of our liquids put together. Just because, again, if we can get it all together, then we'll move on to our next spot. Because if you guys remember correctly, we're going to have to do, oh my gosh, a squid. Oh, Rufio, and hydrate from McChris. Thank you. Okay. We'll see. You know what's funny is I'm actually in a challenge right now for steps. And I said I was going to get 10,000 a day, which normally isn't an issue. I'll do 5. How does 5 sound? But today's usually my day off. And so I even took the girls for an extra walk. I did everything. Woo! There we go. Okay, let me go. How about we'll substitute. I'll lunge over to the fridge to go get milk. Okay. Getting those lunges in. And if you didn't know, I'm also somebody who does spin class all the time, so legs are my strong suit. Okay, 2 tablespoons of milk. Why am I out of breath already? Woo! Okay. Now we need some olive oil. Okay. But like I did today, just to get like extra steps, I did like a power yoga, which I usually do yoga on Sundays, but it's like, okay, I'm going to do a power yoga. And I did that, and I was like, okay. And then I took the girls for a nice walk, and I was like, all right, got that. Oh, hey, Master Splits. I don't know. I am not quite sure. I'm sure it went well. I don't know who won. I wasn't downtown, so my guess is it was probably busy because I think it was the McGregor fight last night. I'm not 100% sure, though. How are you doing? And then 1 teaspoon vanilla. That was way over a teaspoon. It's going to be a little vanilla-y. Okay, so we got that. We got that. We're doing it, guys. Oh, it's Canelo and Alvarez. Okay, yeah, see, I don't follow that world, so I never know. And I know, too, obviously, we're in playoffs for the NHL, and there's a lot of sports that happened last night. A lot took place. Okay, let's see here. So, okay, I got everything filled for that, but we're going to grab our coloring. We got to find the right coloring for Cheshire Cat tail. So, obviously, I'm going with more of the cartoon, and I'm making an adult version. So, purple for sure. So, let's see. Like, how's this purple look for part of the tail? Because it's going to be purple and pink. And then the pink, I don't know if I want it to be like a baby pink. Like, look at these. I think that's very Cheshire. Yes, I like it. Okay, so we're going with electric purple. Whoa, this is called electric purple? That's what the pink's called? I don't think I should do that then. I'll do electric pink, I guess, and regal purple. WWE Backlash, Kentucky Derby, UFC, boxing, jam pack. Oh, it was jam pack, which means we were for sure busy last night on the strip. I mean, not us, but like Vegas was for sure. This is fuchsia. Okay, we're changing it. We're going to do this. I think that's going to be better. It scares me that that other one is called purple, even though it looks pink. So I don't want to do something that is not going to work. So the plan is, so let me put these to the side. The plan is I'm going to make this batter, okay? And we're going to start it off over there. I don't have a camera to show it, but we're going to start it off over there because the eggs, the 4 eggs, oh, you know what? Let's actually get those ready. They have to whip for 5 to 8 minutes. So obviously, let me get this dried. We want to make sure those have time. And if I have it sitting here, we can't really work on anything else. So we're going to whip them over there and get that going. But then what we're going to do after that is we are going to work on sushi rice for our caterpillar roll. Because you're going to want your rice to be cooled down before we make sushi. Not fully, but just a bit. And these are perfect. Room temp. And again, this recipe called for room temp eggs. Normally, if you're going to room temp your eggs, it's 30 minutes to an hour. I did not pull them out 30 minutes to an hour. But if you keep your eggs, obviously, in the shells, you put them in here and you put some warmer water, not hot, just warmer water on the eggs. Check it in a few minutes. If the water's cooled down, refresh the water. You do that like 3 times. It's about 5 to 10 minutes. They're now perfectly room temp. So there's a little hint for you. Okay, let's move our board over real quick while I pull the beast out. Okay, let's get him out here. And you know what? I'm going to have to get a whisk attachment because this has to be light and airy. So right now, this is just your paddle attachment. This is a dough hook. I don't need those. I need an actual whisk because you want them to be airy. So I'm going to kind of go behind you guys real quick and grab my whisk attachment. And these whisks are massive. Ooh, no. No. Ooh, having some issues over here. Okay, here's the whisk attachment for mine. So a lot of people ask if it's a KitchenAid. It is not. It's a Hamilton Beach. It's one step above having to have one on the floor. I used to have a cake business, so I made a lot. And to give you an idea, this whisk is like almost as big as my head. Like that's how large this thing is. Okay. So I'm going to do one wipe down more of the bowl. Not because it's dirty, just it's something I always have to do just to make sure, like if there's anything, like I cleaned it, but just in case. So we're going to put the 4 eggs in. Nice and easy. And I just want to make sure, do they talk about how much I should do on this? 5 to beat on high, 5 to 8 minutes, okay? So I'm going to put this, mine goes up to a 7. I'm going to put it on a 5, which is going to go pretty fast. So I think I'll be good for that. Okay. Excuse me, guys. And I don't think you guys can hear that. It might sound like I'm yelling a bit, just because that's pretty loud in here. But hopefully you guys hear me okay. If you don't, tell me. But, okay, so we're going to beat that on high. Then we're adding the sugar, 1 tablespoon at a time. So I'm just going to put the tablespoon in the sugar so we don't forget. And then the eggs will reach a ribbon stage, which is perfect. And then we have all of our liquids together. They want us to whisk them. So let me just grab a fork to whisk them together a little bit. And then from here is when we re-sift that flour. Okay, and we'll re-whisk this a teeny bit. Okay, and then we'll do our colors. I think we're good. So it's going into this pan, which I'm going to put a parchment paper down. And the plan is with half the dough or half the sponge being purple and half pink is I'm going to kind of make stripes, and then we're going to zigzag them a little bit, kind of like fur. We're going to zigzag it a little bit of a purple, pink. And then the inside, when this is done being cooked, we're going to put grape jelly with, to keep that purpley look to it, grape jelly with a vanilla, and then we're going to roll it, which, ooh, that's terrifying. I've never made one of those. Okay. But until then, we are going to make some rice, some sushi rice. So there are a few things that I've had to kind of substitute. And one of them in the caterpillar roll is you are supposed to use unagi, which is eel. Everywhere was out of eel. Everywhere. They were out of eel and oysters. So I don't know if everyone's making this weekend or something, but everybody was out of it. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So I ended up, instead of eel, I went online and found out you can use trout and put some seasoning on it. So we're going to do that in a minute as well. And then instead of oysters, we're going to do mussels. Right? I was like, I went to every market I could, and everyone was like, no, we're out, no eel, no eel. And I was just like, okay, it's trout then. And I got a salted trout and I got mussels for the oysters. So that's why it's little oysters, because they're not going to be real oysters, but we do our best, right? This is normal life. When you want to make something, you got to figure out another thing to make. Oh, yes, and I agree. June 29th will be wild. Okay, let's make some sushi rice. So, first thing we're going to do is I'm going to make probably a cup of rice so that I have 2 cups worth of rice for the sushi roll. So if you don't know that with rice, however much you make in raw form or not cooked, uncooked form, it doubles up when it's cooked. Just kind of keep that in mind. But first you gotta clean your rice. So we're gonna do that first. Let me get a no, I don't want a colander. Yeah, I do. We'll do a colander. I don't think my rice will fall through. I think we're good. Or you know what? I do have another sifter. Let me grab that instead. I always have sifters. Because it definitely won't fall through that. And like I said, I'm going to do 1 cup. And I'm going to be making this on the stove, by the way. So, just so you have an idea. Okay. Let me do that. And if you have a rice maker, obviously, you could easily do that too. Okay. So, all I'm going to do is run some water over this. And then just move it around in the water. Rice generally is a little easier to clean if you put it in a bowl, because you can obviously see what's coming off of it. I'm just looking at the water coming through. And seeing if it's clear yet or if it's still got gunk. Which it still has some gunk. This won't take long. Now, one of my very first jobs, I think it was technically my 3rd job. I was 16, 17 years old, and I worked for a Japanese food place called Samurai Sam's, which it was literally like a Subway version of Japanese food. And I would have to make the sushi rolls there. So, I am using a sushi maker, like a sushi roll maker today to try it out. But I actually do know how, or I used to know how to roll them. Okay. All my rice is coming through nice and clear. So I know I'm good. No, we're good on the cleanup. Like, see, like that's how long it is. And the water is milky looking. If you're wondering, like, what exactly does it look like? It looks milky. Check our egg whites. Okay, they're definitely getting fluffy, but they still got a good probably 5 minutes left on them. Okay, so for this rice, let me grab a bowl because we're going to add stuff onto the rice and then we cook rice. Okay. So we got our rice here. Now, I'm getting this as a recipe online. But the way I used to make sushi rice was almost like this, where it was rice vinegar, sugar. Oh, that's kind of what's happening here. And salt. I saw one that wanted me to add sake into it. And I just was like, I never added that. So we're going to add sugar in, granulated, just plain old white sugar. You shockingly add a lot. You don't know. 3 tablespoons of sugar. Sushi rice generally has quite a bit of sugar. Then we're going to add some rice vinegar. So let's go ahead and get that rice vinegar. Where are you? Where are you? I know you're here. Here we go. And we're adding 4 tablespoons of rice vinegar. And if you can let this all sit a little bit longer, you'll have even better rice. Obviously, I'm not going to let it sit, so. And then about a teaspoon of salt. And the one thing I'm going to add that some people don't is sesame seeds. But I will actually add that in, I think, after the fact. So let me just stir this all up. Like I said, if you can let this sit overnight, it's going to turn out even better. But we're not going to do that today. We're going to cook it in that vinegar, in that sugar. It's not a problem. Okay, let's get a little bowl out. And for measurement purposes, however much rice you added, so we did a cup, you are going to want about 1.5 times that in liquid. Well, I just added quite a bit of liquid, so that's maybe a 1/4 cup of liquid. So I'd want to add about 2 1/4 cups of water for cooking. So I'm going to go, and again, you can also do it by your finger and all that. Normally that's a good way. But you definitely want to make sure you give it enough water to be sticky. Yeah, that's good. So I'm going to show you on the stove cam, guys, kind of what this is looking like right now. Right? So it's a little murky because of all the sugar and everything in there. If I had cleaned it and just made rice, that water would actually be clear. We're going to put it on high for right now. That way we're good to go. Again, high, then I'm going to put it to a medium once it starts boiling, because then that boiling will put a lid on it and get that rice nice and cooked up. And again, if you have a rice cooker, you do this exactly the same and stick it in your rice cooker. I'm shocked. I grew up with one. I don't have one now. But it is what it is, and I'm okay with that. It's fine. Okay. So that's going to be that. Next, let's check on, because we got a few things we're doing today, guys. It's a little wild. All right, we're definitely hitting a good spot. Our eggs here are super fluffy. I'm going to go to stove view, turn this off, and show you guys. All right, let me get this ready. I definitely think we need like just a few more minutes, but look at those fluffy eggs, right? Like, do you guys see that fluff that's taking place? So nice and spongy. I'm going to let this, go for just a few more minutes. Then we're going to start that sugar process. And all I'm going to do for the sugar process is we're going to do 1 tablespoon at a time. Also right now, we are going to make our little oysters. So, I couldn't get oysters, like I said, but I got mussels. Actually, we're going to do a few things. We're going to marinate. I have to grab my phone for this because I took a picture of it and I just need to make it. We're going to marinate our trout, our salted trout. So let me see here. Again, I took a screenshot. At least I thought I did. I may not have. No, I did. Okay. So let's get our marinated fish ready. Thank you, Top. I was literally on the verge of coughing. Okay. We're gonna get a nice bowl. Let's get the get the fish. And I'm gonna grab all of it. Okay. So, all these look good. Okay. So here is our salted trout. There you go. You can see, I don't know if you guys can see the salt and stuff on it. I wanted to go with a salted one because I like it when they do that nice dry like salt. So I'm going to stick it in this bowl and we're going to add everything. And by the way, here are, ooh, you can see all that juice. I'll really show it to you guys later, but here's all of our mussels that we did. Again, I didn't want to do clams, so I went with mussels instead. So we'll have that as our little oysters. But we're going to make unagi sauce, so that way you guys can see kind of what it would look like and give it a taste. That would have been the same. Okay, so it's a 1/4 cup of mirin. And again, we're going to let these all just be in there. This is going to have a little bit of sake, though. And I know I have some. Where are you? There it is. Okay. Here we go. And this is just about an ounce of sake. Which, how cute is that? It like comes with its own little cup. This little brand of sake. Ooh, okay. Then some sugar as well. We'll do about a tablespoon of sugar. Oh, this one wants 2 tablespoons. Okay. We'll do 2 tablespoons. And then we're going to add soy sauce. And we're going to marinate up our trout to do this. When is that one, Master? Is that tonight? I feel like that's tonight. I know the nights have been crazy. Game 7, yep. Okay, and then some soy sauce. Oh, this is going to be so delicious. Like, that's my thing. Even if the sushi doesn't taste great, or look great, I mean, it's going to taste great. Yeah, that game, I was like, I think I put it on my records to watch it tonight when I'm done. I love hockey, and Game 7, man, it is intense. Okay, this salted trout. Again, when we cook it, we're going to cook it up pretty well. So I'm going to flip it so that it can soak in all that goodness. I'm going to show you guys on the stove cam what this looks like. Okay, so all that good. It's a very liquid seasoning. You can see the skins here. So I flipped it over, and I'm going to just let it sit until we're ready to cook it. Because this will be one of the last things we probably cook, honestly, is this. Let's go ahead and look at our... Oh, yeah, we are frothy. So I'm going to go over there, and we are going to add the tablespoon of sugar in one at a time. I don't have a camera over there, so I'm going to keep it on here for you guys. Let me move my phone, though. We don't have to have that anymore. But it's going to be a tablespoon at the time. Oop, our rice is actually boiling. Guys, I'm going to be crazy today. Our rice is boiling. So I'm going to change it to a medium, like probably a 4, a little under. My stove tends to be hot. And I'm going to put the lid on it. I'm actually going to put a little bit crooked just so I get a little bit more air out. Mine tends to be much hotter, and so I'm going to keep my eye on it because it might start boiling over just a teeny bit. But if you don't have a rice cooker, that's how you do this. So keep it on medium heat or high speed for this cake. And I'm literally doing it exactly what they say. Just a tablespoon at a time of this sugar. I've never had to be so careful with putting something into a batter. Right. Got a few more tablespoons probably left. And I honestly, if I can master this, I'm going to be so happy. One of Top Dog's favorite things to eat are Swiss rolls. And I would love one day to make him a Swiss roll from scratch. Like, I think that would be so fun. Okay. We got it in there. We got it in. Okay. I agree. To me, sometimes I won't watch, like, games until they're at their, like, really true final. Like, if someone's maybe going to win their fourth game, I'll watch it. Like, in general, I just love the ending of sports. Even, like, I'm not a baseball person at all, and I'll still watch, like, the final games for baseball. Okay. So let's see here. Ribbon stage where it can hold a figure 8 and it falls back on itself when lifted. Okay, here we go. So we're going to let this sit. Let me try it. Figure 8 here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we are almost there. Probably another minute. Okay, so what does it mean when it says, if you've ever wondered, when it says it needs to hold a figure 8? And I will show you guys in Stove Cam too. But literally all it is when you take the whisk and you make an 8. Let's say you're drawing out the number 8. When you draw it out and the batter from the whisk hits the batter in the bowl, it doesn't instantly just fall apart. Like it's as if you never did that. It's almost like if you did a full figure 8 and you took the whisk and you stopped and it stayed there. It's like you can still see your number 8. That's what it means with making it a ribbon. So again, a ribbon is like just this nice flow, and you can make the number 8, a figure 8 with your batter, and it stays as a number 8 in your batter for a little bit. Obviously, eventually it'll go down, but it'll stay there. That means that you're at the right consistency. So let me move to stove view because we're definitely there, and I want to show this to you guys. Because these are the little things in recipes that I think a lot of the times people, they're just like, I don't know what that means. So if I make an 8, see how my 8 is like staying there? Like it's only there for a few seconds. But my 8 is there. That means I'm at a great consistency and it's nice and creamy. So I really know we're good. Okay, I'm going to actually turn this down a bit because that is nice and piping hot. All right, so the next piece to this was putting in our liquid into that batter. So we're going to kind of whisk this back up. And this is the milk, oil, vinegar, and vanilla. And gradually pour on a low speed. So this will be easy. I'm going to turn this to a 1. Let's mix this up a little bit more. This is so exciting. Okay. All right, and I'm just gonna slowly add in. Okay, easy. Now, they want us to re-sift the batter into there, or the flour. Which is not a problem, but this is way too big to sift into that. So I'm going to grab just a little hand sifter to make it easy on ourselves. Let me see if I can find it. Please be in here. I got so many cooking things and baking things. I should have looked for this beforehand. We might not have it. Oh, you know what? Ah, I found it. It's in a different area. I put it somewhere for me to easily reach. What do you know? I actually thought about it. Okay, so I'm going to use one of these just to hand sift. And they said do about half of it, let it go, and then do the other half. So I'm just going to come in here, and I'm going to stop this. I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to rotate it so it's at its widest point over to the side. And we're going to add about half. I'm going to sift it. Okay. Make it that. Okay. And I actually don't think I'm going to sift this other half in. I'm going to do it by hand because I don't want to overdo the batter. That was like a big thing, is not to overdo it. But also I have to take out half the batter because we're going to be adding our Cheshire Cat colors. And by the way, some of the people who make these roll cakes, they make like little designs on them, bake them and roll them, so they all have like little cherries and stuff. I thought about trying to do that, and then I was like, don't set myself up for failure here. Like, we got to do this right. I can't be taking on too much. So if we get this down, guys, we'll go to next level. Got to start at level 1 for me on this one. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and get my sifter, and we'll sift the rest of this in. Oop. Perfect. And I'm just going to fold this all kind of in together. Okay. It's definitely nice and airy, which is what we want. And if I feel like I need to air it up again, I'll put it under the whisk. But okay, I'm gonna take about half of it out, which I think that's about half. And we're gonna do the purple. Woo! Okay, so we're gonna do the purple. Here we go. No turning back now, guys. Okay, I want this to be bright. Which maybe, I think I might whisk this part back up again because I don't want to lose from me mixing it. I don't want to lose all this lovely air that I've got. Okay, so we're going to just stick this back in and mix it so that we have a nice purple batter. There we go. That's so much better. And then this one, we'll get the pink in there. Whoop. Let me grab just a little hand whisk. Which that's pro tip if you don't want to lose all that air you got in. If you have an extra whisk laying around, that's how you can mix the color. Look at that pink. Oh, I'm loving it. Okay. Make sure I get it all. Haven't figured out how I'm actually going to put this in yet. Okay, that's not what I like. This is pretty gray looking, so we might need to add some more in of that purple, and I might go in with just another hand whisk because I definitely want this to be purple, not gray. Okay, let me get my big hand whisk here because this is a bigger bowl. All right. There we go. Oh yeah, this is good. Okay, look at that. Pink, 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 pink. What up, Miss Roy? What is up? Oh, did Roxy come into frame, Top Dog? How are you? Welcome. Welcome to Becca with Flour. We are right now, we're putting together our cake. We got sushi rice going. We are in Wonderland theme today. If you ever want to add a theme, put it in the chat. I put all of our themes in this lovely jar, and every Sunday I pick what next Sunday is going to be. So welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, here's our jelly roll pan, guys. I know an ad is going to start in about an hour. Anyone who has subscribed, by the way, that probably means nothing to you because you don't have ads, but just so you guys know, I'm going to be preparing this. So we're going to put a sheet down, parchment paper sheet, and we're going to start the tail, start the lines of the Cheshire Cat here. Because that is part of what we're doing for Wonderland today. Okay. Y'all, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous. Let me grab actually some Crisco. Y'all know I love putting Crisco on my pans. Helps everything not to stick. Let me grab a glove. Because I don't want anything to be flying up while I'm trying to do this. So I'm putting Crisco on the pan to help make that parchment paper stick. Obviously, too, you could just do this without the parchment, I'm sure. I am just not taking any chances to having this thing stick. So that is why I'm going full parchment on this. On the sides, everything. We're making this baby stick. I have to set myself up for success here, guys. Okay. So now if I push this, yeah, there we go. Now if I push it down, look at that, it stays. Okay. Woo! You guys, roll cakes scare me, and I'm doing it today. So let me see here. How am I gonna do this? I think what we'll do is I'm gonna take a 1/3 cup scoop and I'll scoop some of it out, see if I feel like it's enough. I'm only thinking 4 stripes though, right? I'm thinking a purple, a pink, a purple, a pink. And then I'm gonna use, you know what, I'll use a chopstick real quick that I have. And I'll use the chopstick because what I wanna do is I'm gonna kind of go like this because I don't want it to be a perfect line because if it's not perfectly straight, that'll annoy me. So I'm gonna kind of make it a little bit more whimsical. I think that's the way we wanna do it. Okay, so let me get a 1/3 cup also for the pink. Okay, we're going for it. We are going for it. They did say it's going to be thin. I mean, this is very thin. Okay. I just want to even you out a little bit. Okay. Now the pink. 1/3 cup for the pink. I mean, this just might naturally mix. So we might be pretty set. Yeah, okay, there we go. There we go, we got it. Now, let's do another set for purple. Okay, I feel like that's enough purple. Let's see if I need to add just a teeny bit more. Okay, so now purple's good. Now we'll get in the rest of this pink. I mean, this stuff is still nice and airy. Okay, so now I'm just gonna kind of, you can do this as much as you honestly want. Okay. And I'll show you guys what it looks like on the stove cam. Tastes good. Okay, so stove view real quick. Here is the cake that's going to get rolled. Cheshire cat tail, right? Okay. Wait, why did my oven turn off? Oh my gosh, what happened? Hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, so it is still 350. Both of my ovens turned off. I'm going to have to look into that because I don't know why they would have both turned off. So that is the weirdest thing ever. They both turned off. Okay, but we're fine because I just turned them back on and they are still at the exact same temp that they were. So which means they had just turned off. Have you ever been to the University of Nevada campus? I actually have not. I've driven past it, I've seen it, but I've never actually been to it. When I moved here, everybody I knew was out of college and all of that. So I haven't had a reason yet to go. I'd love to go to, now here's the funny thing, is the one game I saw at Raiders Stadium was a UNLV football game, because that's where they go. So, have I done anything? No, but they should stay preheated, Top Dog. Sometimes I'll have them preheated for 2 hours and they're fine. In fact, I better put a timer on this. About 12 to 15 minutes. I'm going to put it at 12. And we should be good. Let me move all my crazy cake stuff over to the side. Our rice is still doing good. Let me get this guy down. He can kind of get moved to the side a bit. They have a timeout if you don't. Oh, well, I'm going to have to start randomly opening these suckers up, I guess. But yeah, no, the only thing I've ever done with University of Nevada is gone to a UNLV football game at Raiders Stadium. So that was an amazing game. So fun. Great football team. I mean, they've been in March Madness. I think they went this year for March Madness. They've got great sports. I mean, we have a lot of good sports here. So, okay. Okay, guys. So, let's move back to, you know what, our rice is still going. We've got our fish being set up. Okay, I think we're pretty good. So, all right. We're going to move on to tartlets. Are you guys ready for Tweedledee and Tweedledum heirloom tomato tartlets? So, again, we kind of did these last week, which is really funny that this is what I'm doing again this week, but we're correcting our wrongs. We're making these things bigger this time. So puff pastry, right? We want to make sure to have a puff pastry. And then this one, so I'm going to share with you guys really quickly the link to what I am following. I'm changing a few things because I have a lot of leftover cheese that I just was like, okay, I'll figure out some different cheese to do. Because I wanted to make sure we were like, it was pretty good to go. So in general, I'm following that. It's not insanely crazy or anything like that. So, we're first going to make our cheese. Starts at 4:30. Oh my gosh, I better get done with this fast. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to finish in time. But keep me updated though, please. Obviously, I'm go for Golden Knights. So I'm grabbing ricotta cheese. I'm grabbing some of my Parmesan. I have what I call the I don't know what this is cheese. I'm a big cheese girl. So I have a lot of cheeses and I don't know what they are. So we're just going to have fun with this. Why not? And we're going to be putting some pepper in here, garlic powder, oregano. I mean, this is going to taste like a pizza in a tart form. Okay, which is why I love it. Okay, so ricotta cheese will be the base. Done. Then you add some Parmesan. Done. Right? And I kind of like the idea of having some chunky. See, this tastes like, or this smells like Romano. Yeah, it does. Okay. And I like this one to be chunky, right? Because it's all going to melt together. But like the yumminess of just a chunk of cheese, it's my happy place. Okay. This one just I saw had mold, so we're going to throw that away. Okay. I'm just going to chunk the rest of this cheese up. Then we'll put the herbs in it. Oh, thank you, Top Dog. This is quite a Disney-esque song, too. Oh, I always forget where I have to do it. Did that help at all? Oh, and it's in a quiet part, like really quiet. Hopefully this helps. Tell me if it gets better. Okay, woo, okay. We are just going for it right now with this cheese. Okay, almost done. And now all my I don't know cheeses. Okay. All right, top. Did that do anything? I don't know if I'm clicking the right button, that's why. All right. Ooh, okay, here we go. Okay. Y'all, look at this cheese. So we got ricotta, Parmesan, and I think Romano surprise cheese number 1, right? Just whatever that may be. Then we're gonna be getting some garlic powder and oregano. I realized it said it wanted basil, and I don't think I have any. So I'm just gonna put some garlic powder in here. I'm really not following the recipe. This is like a make your own part. Let's get some oregano, but I can tell by all the, not poppy seed, oh my. Okay, I could definitely tell this is supposed to feel almost like a margarita pizza. Like the what they're adding in, I'm like, this is very pizza-esque, which I'm not complaining, that's awesome. But I can definitely tell that's where we're at with it. Some pepper. And let me see if I have basil. I don't think I do. I think I used it all last week when we were making our other tarts, but I will triple check right now. I just don't think I have any. No, do not have basil. It is okay. We will skip it for now. Okay, let's go ahead, mix all this up to a yummy, cheesy, herby mixture, which, I mean, I could just eat this with a cracker, if I'm gonna be honest. Ricotta is like one of my favorite cheeses. I will put it on everything. Like, even when we get like pizza to go, like Pizza Hut, Domino's, those kinds of places, I'll still put ricotta cheese on it. Like, it's my favorite thing. Okay, let's make sure. Oh yeah, tastes like a pizza. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's so good. This is gonna be delicious. Okay, so we got that done. Let's see, we're gonna have our stuff in a moment. Egg wash. Okay, this is easy. This is gonna be easy. All right, so tomatoes. I went with, obviously, heirloom, how funny, Wild Wonders tomatoes. I wanted to get tomatoes. I was like looking at every single container of tomatoes because I wanted some that were red and like orangey yellow. By the way, our rice is almost done. But I wanted some that were the colors of Tweedledee and Tweedledum. So they wear red like overalls with these little yellow. And so I was like, okay, like I want everything to be red and yellow for them. So that's what we're going with today. With Tweedledee and Tweedledum tartlets, we're doing all the red and yellows that are in our container here. Obviously, I'm going to use every single tomato I can find, but our showcase pieces are going to be the red and yellows. And all I'm doing is taking these and cutting them in half. Super, super simple. And I want to see, in these ones, does the person put them seeds up or seeds down? Oh, seeds up. Cool. Oh, and they do basil on the top. Okay, we can skip. I have chives. We can do chives on the top. I always have chives. These are so good. I think these are the tomatoes my mom used to grow. I remember hers being like these, like small tomatoes. Our dog used to eat them off the vine. It's her current dog right now. He used to eat these things off the vine. Okay, so let's just cut that many. We'll see how many we can get through. So let's set that up. Let's get our egg wash ready. Let's grab, whoop, this can be trash. Let's grab an egg. And it'll just be one egg. And our cake is done, by the way, in 3 minutes. I cannot believe it. I'm just gonna put it in a measuring cup right now. And then all you have to do, I always add a little water or milk, but it's almost as if you whisk it. And then I add, like I said, just a teeny bit of water or milk, just to make it a little bit more watery and easier. Because, I mean, sometimes the yolk is so dense and stringy that it kind of becomes this annoying egg wash. All right, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. That's a good egg wash. Let's clean up that. Okay, and I want to make sure for the cake, I'm going back to the cake real quick. As soon as it's done, what do they want me to do? Is there anything? Bake until slightly golden. Springs back when pressed. Do not over bake. It'll crack. Oh my gosh. Okay, there was like a lot of things I needed to do with this. Hold on. They want a tea towel because we're going to put the cake immediately, it looks like, on a tea towel. Okay. So we have to put the cake immediately. I'm going to do this over here, I think. You have to put the cake immediately on a tea towel. That's what it's saying. Lay a tea towel down on a work surface. Sift icing over the warm cake to cover the surface. And place a large piece of parchment paper over the coated sugar. Carefully but swiftly invert into the tea towel. Okay, so we're going to put it down first. Sift icing sugar, which by the way is powdered sugar. So let me grab my powdered sugar. I wasn't ready. See, this is why I'm supposed to read these recipes like 20 times. Okay. There we go. My sifter is still good though. So we'll still use my little sifter I was using for the cake. So we're going to take them out. We're going to put them on this tea towel. And then I'm going to put icing sugar. And then I'm going to put another piece of parchment paper. And then we flip it. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Good. Okay, it's got 30 seconds left. I'm not even going to try to do anything else while this is happening because I don't want to overcook it. So, whew, here we go. It's like the scary part of step one of this cake is the flipping, which is fine. I have flipped many a cakes before, and this one will be easier because it's not a weird shape. It's just a rectangle, so I can kind of stand here and flip. You just can't think twice about it. If you have to flip something, don't think twice about it. You just got to do it. Okay, let's see how this is going. Oh, he's done. He's good and done. Okay, guys. Oh, he's happy. He's a happy guy. And I'm actually going to take this and turn this one now into a 400 because I have to bake something at 400. Okay, let me show you stove view. And during the flip, I'll show you guys what I can. Oh yeah, you guys can see it. Cool. Okay. You can see our rice is literally almost done. Here we go. It springs back. We're doing good. Look at that lovely, lovely spongy, spongy cake. And it is. It's spongy. Okay. I'm going to take, like they said, I'm just going to take a 4th cup. I know you guys can like barely see it. Don't know how much is supposed to be on this. We'll say that much. Okay, so let's see if I can show you guys a little bit of what I'm doing. And then parchment paper on top because it's going to soak in. Whew. Okay, guys, now we're going to flip. Okay, I need like hot hand gloves that are like fingers, like actual gloves. None. Okay. Okay, it came out. It came out. It's alive. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So they said I have to peel off this extra parchment. which, okay. It doesn't want the extra parchment, however. And I'm sorry, you guys can't like see all of this, but it wants that off. And then it wants me to take the tea towel and kind of fold it into a little package. Okay, I'll show you guys on the main screen. It might be a little easier for you guys to kind of see. I can't lift it, but the cake's in here, and the tea towel is like wrapped like a little envelope, like a little present. So I think we just let it cool from this point on. But yeah. Oh no, you've been feeling exhausted. Oh man. Stepping out. Well, good for you. You got to do something for yourself. Been exercising, all of that. That's good though. You got to do something, you know, for yourself and stepping out, because at least if you're exhausted, like you have work exhaustion, I'm sure, and then on top of everything else, it's like, okay, like you gotta do something good for yourself. I mean, that's what this stream is for me. This is me doing something good for myself. I also do like spin classes and stuff. But yeah, you gotta. Okay, I'm gonna have this ready. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna set behind you all that hot pan. And it looks like let me grab, y'all know I lose these every time. I think I put them away. Yes, I did, like a good person. I put my hot stuff away. I'm gonna set the hot cake pan over. Okay. And this rice is definitely almost done. It's got a little bit of liquid left, but I'm gonna leave this lid on and then it'll just steam itself. But I must remember rest days means yes. I suck at rest days. You can ask Top Dog. I am the worst at rest days. I don't. Or I feel guilty. And that's a whole nother thing. That's for me, my therapist, to figure out. But yeah, I'm very bad at rest days. I am also very, very bad. Okay. So we're gonna do big tarts. But Tweedledee and Tweedledum, they be round boys. So we gotta make these round. Let me get my round cutters here. And we're gonna do the biggest round cutter I have, because I feel like that's only fair with these boys. Okay, I should have looked for these ahead of time. My round cutters, I tend to like misplace them and I put them somewhere different every time, going, okay, I'm gonna remember that they're there. Does anybody else do that? And then I'm like, oh, no, didn't remember. Okay, well, you know what? Cool, we're gonna do what I know I can do. I've got bowls. Actually, these are perfect. So I have these little round plates. Look at that. These are gonna be big tarts. I like it. I like big tarts. I like big tarts and I cannot lie. Okay. Family friendly. All right. With these tarts, we're gonna get them as close as we can. And you like that top? Okay, yeah, we're not going to be able to make a bunch of these, but what we do make is going to be amazing. So I'm just going to come around. And obviously, if I wanted to, I could roll up this tart dough again and probably get another one or two out. But we're just going to do what I can, which looks like 4. We're going to do 4 tarts. These better turn out amazing. You know what? I have area that I could probably do another one and have it be just a smaller guy, which is fine. Let me put that to the side. He looks like he could be a cup. Whoop! My little subscriber board almost fallen. All right, and him I can just... Oh, I guess I cannot. It's not sharp enough. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up the tart dough. Like I said, I could, if I was making this for a bunch of people, I would roll this all back out because I could probably get 2 more tarts. But it's just us today, guys. So I'm not going to do that. I will, however, keep this tart dough because that's a lot of tart dough. And I'll put it in the fridge because maybe I'll make a tart for breakfast. All right. Tart dough put away. And then egg wash. Let's get my little whisk. Not a whisk. Oh my gosh, brush. Yeah, you suck at recipes. Oh, at least I'm not the only one. Yeah, I am not very good at them. But then, of course, I hit that, you know, where I haven't rested. And then it's like I can do nothing all day. And I sleep or I'll nap like an entire day. So I'm trying to learn to rest so that I don't hit that period. Like, I'm not kidding you guys. I kind of had that today. I slept until about an hour before coming on today. Like, I did all my morning stuff, church and yoga. I took the dogs for a walk. I had some, like, just time for me to relax a little bit this morning. I honestly went upstairs and was like, I'm going to take a nap. Like, that's where I was, because it was just like, I'm tired. I'm really tired. Okay, so we're just going to I'm taking a good amount. This is good. This is a good spoonful of all the yumminess. You know what? I'm actually going to transfer these because these are going to get heavy. I don't want them to. And it's not like this peels really great. Okay. It's a pretty thin dough as is. Okay. Yeah, I should have done this before. That's okay. Tweedledee and Tweedledum are going to be a little less round. And that's okay. It's Wonderland. They're allowed to be a little less round. What up, Tanner? How are you? I'm trying to peel off dough right now because I accidentally put it on when I shouldn't have. That's okay. Okay, this one will be easy because this is just pure dough. Put the egg wash on. There we go. Okay. Whoop. Yeah, Tweedledee and Dum are gonna be a little less round today. I can get them back though. I'll get them back. But yeah, sometimes one day rest is not enough. I agree. Okay, so we might fold them over a little bit. Okay, so let me continue with our cheese mixture here. Again, I'm doing a pretty good spoonful. I am somebody with tarts. Like, I don't care if they overflow and all of that. Like, you gotta have good tarts. I made some last week, if you guys remember, and they were like so tiny. They were like little baby. They were tartlets. They were tiny, and it just was too much tart for filling. Oh, I love ricotta filling. That tastes really good. Okay, so we have our tarts and the filling, the ricotta. Oh my gosh, I should have done it. What up, Anonymous? How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna put the red in for Tweedledee and Tweedledum here. I'm gonna do more red with kind of little yellows on top. You know? But yes, everybody, welcome. Welcome to my Wonderland stream. I wanted to do something a little different for Wonderland. I wanted to do characters you don't see too often. You know what? We're going to do half with the yellow and half with the red. So they're like, you know, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. They're almost the same, almost identical, just different. But yeah, I wanted to do something different. I know an ad's coming up, so I'll make this fast. But I wanted to do something, honestly, that, like, were just the characters you didn't think of. So Tweedledee and Tweedledum tarts, like ricotta tomato tarts. We're doing little oysters, and it's because I couldn't get oysters. Nobody had them for some reason. We're doing a caterpillar roll. Obviously, we know who that's for. And then the Cheshire Cat cake roll, which we have it chilling back there. So I can't believe it. All right, I'm gonna have to cut up some more cut up some more tomatoes. Just a few of the oranges. But it's like adult version food of Alice in Wonderland. I'm gonna put just one here. Okay, so there we go. Not bad, not too shabby. And then, okay, so we got the ricotta filling. I'm gonna see, maybe roll this up just a bit. We have some edges that I can already tell we're gonna have some spillage, which normally I don't actually care about. I think spillage is fine. Again, I want good, happy, big, fluffy tarts. And I'm gonna try to make them look a little more round. Obviously, they're gonna cook and be whatever shape that they choose to. But if I can make them round, I'm going to. And then we got this little guy, our little tartlet from what I had left. Whoop. And honestly, if I was serving this too, I might do like this. This tart is pretty good because it's ricotta and just a bunch of cheese. So for me, it's like, okay, you know, like you could do different, like a marinara sauce or a pesto sauce to kind of go with the Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Hold on one second. All right. Masters, just asking, some people say it's better to quit school, work for a company, and work your way up, but how do you work your way up at a company if they get laid off, or did they overlook that? Why do some people say, you know, I think it just depends on maybe your situation. Oh, okay, I will hold. All right, until golden brown, about 20 minutes. We got our tarts. Oh, you know what? We're gonna put olive oil on the top. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we're good. And this is 400, right? Or is this the 425? No, 425. Okay, 425. Woo, we're there. I'm here. 425, 20 minutes. Actually, my last one's kind of burnt a bit, so we're gonna do 15 minutes because I ain't about this burning life. My ones were a little too crispy. And tell me when you're back, Master. So I think the ad's done, but tell me when you're back. Okay. Whew. All right, you're back. Okay, so, and definitely chat, feel free to jump in. So I think some people, depending on what you want to do, you can kind of choose, right? So I didn't go to college. I am not a college girl, and I am happy I didn't. I worked my way up through multiple companies. So what I would kind of do is I'd work in a company, work up, and then find a different company I wanted to be a part of and work up and kind of do it that way. I mean, if you get laid off from a company, I would definitely find something either that you were going for or your same job. But I've always been very much work your way up in a company. I love my company I work for now. I started as a temp, and now I'm a manager of basically like 4 different areas, and I love it. And I've been with them 6 years. It's the longest I've ever been with any company, and I absolutely love them. And like I said, the only reason I'd ever leave is to have my own business for like Twitch, and I have beccawithflower.com that it's finally live, but I'm going to start putting new content on it weekly starting next week actually. So I'll announce everything next week for that, but if I can get all that stuff to bring me enough income, that's awesome. For me, I can't quit a job to go to school I very much am somebody, I need to make sure I have my paycheck coming in and all of that, but I didn't go to school. For me and what I wanted to do, I didn't need it. To be basically business manager, I didn't really need it. And I didn't feel it was necessary. Again, though, I'm also not a school person. I'm just not. So, yeah. I mean, it's kind of back and back. It's better go straight to work unless that job requires a degree. Yep. Yes, they will. And on a mouse, I forgot about that. Yeah, even my company, if you want to go to school, they'll help you pay for your, like, school debt and stuff to a certain degree, which I think is amazing. Like, I might have done that. I'm over it now, but, like, if I was younger, I might have done that. But, yeah. Some people are against me. No, if you have, I've always said this for companies, if there is a company that is against their own employees going to school, no. And if it's family members or friends that are trying to tell you not to go to school, like, why? It's to better yourself. I've gone to school for things that I don't do. I'll tell you guys that, because when I graduated high school, like 20 years ago, I actually ended up going to cosmetology school because my dad just wanted me to kind of get out, try doing something. I'm just going to boil water for our muscles, by the way, so that they open up. My dad was like, just go to school, find something. So I went to beauty school. I do not do anything beauty school related. I can cut a few of my family members' hair and do that, but I won't even color their hair anymore because I've been out of it for so long. I go get my hair cut and colored. I don't try to do it myself anymore. Like, I do nothing in that industry. You know, I actually went to school a little bit for culinary, but I found out it just didn't feel like school. I feel I'm not going anywhere by staying in school. It's a long game, Master. It's a long game. Trust me. You will go somewhere. I have a friend she went to school and she was an animator. Turns out she didn't enjoy it so much. She went back to school in her 30s and got her doctorate for psychiatry. Like, and now it's amazing. But I know that she felt the same way. Like, it's just not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. But I promise you it is. Ooh, this one's nice and open. So, can you cut my hair? Oh my gosh, Tanner. I'm like, I'm not promising my haircuts will be good, guys. Honestly, I cut Top Dog's hair for a really long time, and I did good. But I finally was like, I'm over this. Like, I went to school for this, and I don't do it as a career because I don't like it. So, 100%. And I agree with you, Top Dog. It really depends on what you need to do. So, you guys, I had to put oysters because no one had oysters. I went to every market possible. So, I got mussels, and I'm literally going to boil them just so they open up, and then we'll do everything that we would normally do with the oysters. Let's check our rice here. I will tell you, my best friend, I cut her hair. Oh, yeah, this is nice. Look at the stick. Perfect. Yummy, sticky rice. I used to cut my best friend's hair, and I think she was about 18 or 19, and she wanted a faux hawk, and she had that for like 10 years, and I was the one who would cut it. Her parents weren't very happy with me, but that's fine. Not interested in working for another company, just want to learn. Why are people against that? Yeah, I don't know. It might be that they feel like they didn't get that opportunity. It could be, you know, some people don't value school. I mean, there's so many reasons. I'm just putting my rice, my lovely sticky sushi rice, in a bowl so it can cool down a bit. Because it's hot. It's hot. Yeah, and if you love your company a bunch, I mean, it's definitely weighing your options of, okay, I love my company and they're not going to help me with school. They're not really going to be behind me, but I'm going to do it anyways because at the end of the day, you know, you definitely need to think of yourself. Although I love my company that I'm with so much, I also know that at the end of the day, if they had to get rid of me, they would. So I always am still looking out for me and my team, because I still work for a corporate company that, you know, they have to make their money and I'm working under their rules. So it's always, you just have to remind yourself of that. You need to do what makes you a better person and gives you a better life. And if you're in a good company that you like for that, it's amazing, but don't put everything into that company either. Why is everyone, you cut the hair of have a hawk? I know, right? Top Dog has one. So Top Dog, when we met and I was cutting his hair, guys, he had spikes. He would spike his hair up into like hundreds of little spikes. So I used to cut his spike wrong. Exactly, learning and knowledge. I always say that to every direct report I have. If you have knowledge, nobody can take that from you. It's so valuable. And it's honestly, for me, I always look at it as like, you can take that everywhere else. For my staff, I work really hard. Like, I am doing a huge thing this year to do peer-to-peer training, because what is wrong with teaching people and learning? Like, if you want to be a part of it, learn. Like, it only makes you better at what you're doing. And there should never be any like, oh, I don't know. Like, no. It 100% should always be better. Like, always. So, yeah, I am all about that. Okay, we're going to get our stuff ready for our oysters, too. Just so you guys know, I'm going to start pulling some stuff. I don't want you guys to think I've just, like, abandoned. We have our oysters. We're going to get garlic, butter, parsley. Oh, my gosh. And by the way, these lovely tartlets, I'm smelling them right now, and they smell so good. Okay, so let's, hold on 1 second. Where's my garlic? Here we go. Y'all know I have way too much garlic. Let me get the butter. I know it said cheese, so I had to grab my cheese out of the fridge. Okay, so we got our butter, our garlic. You like going to school? I have so many friends that love going to school as well. Learning can actually be a lot of fun. Yeah, exactly, Top Dog. It's just how you like to learn, right? Like, that's how everybody is. How do you like to learn? Okay. What did I chop on here? Oh, just tomatoes. Okay, that's fine. I can reuse this. Yeah, I am just not... I guess I should say this. There are certain things I absolutely loved learning, and if I stuck with it, I wish I would have stuck with it, but I chose not to, because I can't. So I'll tell you guys legit, like, even though I'm a baker and stuff, I hate math. It makes me cry. I am very bad at it, but to do certain things that I thought I wanted to do, I had to go a little further in math than I was willing to go. I am legitimately the worst at math. And so I kind of gave up on stuff knowing, like, I just can't bring myself to do it. I mentally cannot do it. I wish now I didn't realize the strength I had, that I could have stayed with it, but I'm still super happy with all the decisions I made. Because what I would have done is, I love American Sign Language. I was in it for a few years, and if I got myself back into it, I could probably pick it up again, but I absolutely loved it, and I wish I could have been an interpreter. But yeah, it's just, you know, it's 100%. If there were just classes to do that, I'd probably still do that today, knowing I wouldn't do it as a career, but just to learn again, just to learn. So it remains after you forgot. Exactly. Okay. Garlic, garlic, garlic. They want this minced up really fine. So we're going to do that. We're going to be here chopping for just a bit, guys. By the way, this is what we're stuffing in the, not stuffing. We're opening the mussels, and we're going to be putting these in and then baking them. I think it's because a lot of people assume you're not going to use it. I mean, I can tell you right now, like, do I use everything I've ever learned? Definitely not. but I think that's also half people's problems. Is like, for instance, the training that I'm having people, it's optional, but it's like you can take training from a person who you may never interact with, but it's taking it and going, okay, what I learned, how can I apply it to what I do? And if it doesn't apply, okay, what can I apply to life? You know, it's all perspective with people, in my opinion. It's all about trying to show people a different perspective. But with school, it's you taking that perspective. Yeah, they definitely do a beef up of curriculum. And sometimes, by the way, too, like I said, I don't have any college. Sometimes companies like looking at that because they know you're dedicated. You stuck with something. So it looks good that you're like, I stuck with it and I did it. And that shows dedication to companies. I will tell you that as well. I'm going to get our Parmesan cheese ready here. By the way, our tarts only have about 2 more minutes, possibly longer, because I only put them in for 15 minutes and not 20 like they said. So we'll see where they're at that point. Exactly, Master, whenever you want. And that's the best part. That's why life lessons, education. If you didn't go to school, like I said, like I didn't, there's a lot of things that I just have picked up and learned by trying different companies and going to different jobs. And every time you go somewhere and you pick something up, whether it be a new job, a new experience, you're learning something. What up? Hey, Germany. Okay, is it Shill? I hope I'm saying it right. I'm sorry if I'm not. Welcome. How is Germany going? Ooh, am I bleeding? Hold on, guys. Let me really quickly get a Band-Aid. I have one. I'm slightly about to bleed. I just cheese grated myself, but we are okay. Let me get a Band-Aid. I no joke have a first aid kit in my kitchen because of this. Blood alert! Right? So much. Not so much. It's a little bit. It's a little cut. All right. Ooh. Okay, we're going to put the glove on this time. Right, Anonymous? Oh, I have one. I have it on this fingertip and another one over here with the little graters. I'm locking this into not good. Oh no, I don't know what that means, Shawl. Okay, let me put the muscles in. Again, we're just getting them to the open. So I'll switch you guys over to the stove view. Such a great tool. I love it. Oh, okay. Again, I'm just sticking these in. They're going to cook a little bit, obviously, in the hot water, in that boiling water. But it's just enough for most of them to open up and also to kind of clean that shell off a little bit. And these are our oysters. Oysters. You guys remember that part? For some reason, in Alice in Wonderland, like that whole limerick, Top Dog Knows, I legitimately say it all the time. Because for some reason, like I said, Alice in Wonderland's my favorite movie. And our tarts, let me check them. Oh, they're beautiful. We're going to do 1 more minute. You guys know I'm excited when I get really high pitched. Sorry. I know it's hard to hear me when that happens. Oh my gosh, Top Dog. Saying their English is not good. Oh, not a problem. I will try my best. My grandparents spoke German a teeny bit. Where's my glove for this thing? We'll put on a glove. We're going to be safe. You guys better tell me if Top Dog. I'm a dad, by the way. I know a lot of terrible jokes. I love it. I love it. But yeah, Master, you come here. We'll cheer you on. Honestly, the best thing I ever learned is my dad. It's kind of the legacy all my siblings have kept going since he's passed. Is that he always said, "You're never too old to learn and do what you want." And he was in his 50s and decided to change careers to something he loved. I mean, it's amazing. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at these. Okay. Look at these. These are like perfect little tarts. Oh my gosh. I have to put some of those tomatoes back on. We got little fallen soldiers here. Even little bubbles. Oh yeah, chives and olive oil on top of this. Smells so good. They do smell like mini pizzas, by the way. They legit. Not a starting soon. What is this, day 1? I wish in the Hall of Mirrors back in 2009, I was standing where the Treaty of Versailles was signed until I studied a book. Yep. Oh, I bet that's wild. Ah, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Sethanos? I hope I said that right. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. You guys, 350 follows and Top Dog comes in the kitchen and I just get to sit here and tell him what to do. That's what 350 follows is. And we still have our Mario Brothers menu to do as well. We're working on planning that. It's just been hard with work, I mean. See what I mean by anytime I want? Exactly. No, 100%. Honestly, and that's how it is for me, even. You guys better tell me if Top Dog's saying something bad. Ooh! 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 Okay. My pilot light might not go off. Hold on. You guys, it overflowed. Overflowed. Okay, well, we're good on cheese. So I can at least move that over. Ooh, smells like clams. Okay, let's see. Let's see who's opened. Just let me get here. I forgot to undo my stuff. What up, Jedi? No, he's just telling him the menu. That's what I figured. When I saw the caterpillar, all that, I was like, okay, I think he's just saying what I'm making. Could be saying something bad about me, though, you know. I'm just kidding. He would never. Okay. Ooh, this is going to get stinky. Okay. We're going to turn it back on. I cannot. Most of these. Okay, we got some openness here. Ooh. There was like... Okay. Some of these are open. Hold on, guys. I have legitimately spilled mussel seafood water over my stove. Okay. I actually think I might not need to turn it on anymore because it's pretty open. Okay, we're going to get to those in a second. Let's finish this. Right? Ah, thank you for the raid. I cannot believe it. Ah, thank you so much. I'm sorry. I was turning around because of all the water, the lovely, lovely amount of water. Ah, how are you doing? Oh, welcome, Raiders. Welcome. I am Becca with Flour, a food and drink streamer. Just so you are aware, this is a family-friendly channel. But I love to, on Sundays, do big themed meals. So I 100%, anything you guys think of, put it in chat. And at the end of stream today, I put it in this jar and we'll pick something from this jar. I've done everything from Bob's Burgers, movies, TV shows. We even did Fast and the Furious one time. I did the 49ers, as in the football team. We have done video games, anime, whatever you can think of, and I'll make a 4-course meal. Some of these aren't even themes as far as that goes. It's everything under $10, all of that. Oh, you're using your phone. You're better than I. I don't even think I know how to do that from the phone. So yes, worked amazing. Thank you, and welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're baking a pizza and my power. Oh no! Oh no, 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 no. Well, hopefully, did the pizza finish? Did we get a pizza finished, or was it at the end? Or was it at the very beginning of your pizza? It was your first time. Oh, awesome. How did you like it? I mean, obviously all I do is cook. Cook and bake. So for me, this is my happy place. Yeah, I did it. I was starting the next item. Okay. So at least you get to eat your pizza now. The hardest part is the cleaning up. Cleaning up. Okay, Anonymous, I'll put it in. Beef Wellington. I've actually never made it. I don't think I've even had it. I know my husband tried it at Gordon Ramsay's restaurant, Hell's Kitchen, but I don't think I've even had it. But I'll put it in there because I can make things that go with it. Oh, I hope it turns out great. I'll watch it on VODs. Everybody go and definitely give some love. Okay, Beef Wellington. There we go. Ooh, can't see it because it's so bright. Beef Wellington, we got it. You can make it pork too. Ooh, a beef tartare. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, hold on. Are we gonna do just like, okay, so we got beef Wellington, and then we could do a beef tartare Wellington, and then a pork, and then I'll make a dessert version of a Wellington, which I bet you I could do. I bet you I could do it. Oh my gosh, okay, a whole Wellington day. I guess I should probably go eat one too, so I know what it tastes like, huh? Wouldn't that be ideal? So Seth, do you think you're going to try doing some more? I don't know, Master. I'm gonna figure it out though. That's for me to figure out, how to make a beef tartare. I could try making like a different version of it, right? Like a sushi, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Y'all, I don't give up easily, you know that. Okay, I'm just gonna heat up some butter and garlic. Next, you're gonna plan for it. Oh, I love that. Nice, Wednesday, okay. I love that. I used to do planning on Wednesdays as well. And then I did like normal dinners for a while, but my 9 to 5 has just taken over my life that I haven't been able to. But yeah, oh, I'm so glad. Welcome. Welcome, Seth. It's awesome. It's really, really fun. I absolutely love it. I have one of the best communities out there, so I am super happy. Everyone definitely go follow Seth for sure. Like, I want to see you definitely do it. I think it would be so fun. But yeah, it honestly for me, like here is like my happy place with everybody here. And I love it because I try things. I've had things fall over. I've had things, just everything gone wrong, but I'm fine. I'm fine with it. I know. What a bummer. Okay, I'm going to put some black pepper in here, guys. I'm going to put some onion. We're just making the mixture, by the way, that we're going to stuff into the mussels. That's all I'm doing right now. Again, normally the oysters, I'd shuck an oyster, put this in and put it in the oven. They were out of oysters everywhere. I don't know, guys, Vegas, we get some weird stuff here that I can't get all the food. Even though it's Vegas. What was I doing? Oh, my onion. Just some onion powder. We get hit with some Vegas stuff here. Okay, just some good onion powder in there. We put the black pepper. We got our cheese that we grated, and I grated my thumb along with it. We do a fancy thing. Oh, nice. I love that. I love that. I think that's awesome. I know today we're going to do, I have my sushi rice. We're going to make a caterpillar roll here soon. Because obviously, Wonderland. So we got our little guys over there. New way to make eggs? No, what's that? What's the new way to make eggs? Okay. You guys, these look so good. I gotta chive it up a little bit. I'm gonna cut some chives here. You know what's so funny, Seth, is so one of my first jobs when I was like 16, it was making sushi. So I'm not oh, that was the wrong one. I'm not horribly bad at it. I'm pretty good. Poke a hole in the top so the air can go out. Then it won't explode. Oh, so like kind of like a over easy egg, and you poke a hole to like let some of the air out in the yolk. I know, Shirley, you said that's perfect. I got that one down. All right, let me grab some chives here to put on top of our Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Our lovely, lovely, oh my gosh. And if Top Dog wants to come down and try one of these, he definitely can. If you guys don't know, if you see the lights turn, oh my gosh, Seth, now my husband is trying to make it so I lose power. He's like, nope, you're not finishing this. I don't want to try any of it. Thank you for the update. And by the way, guys, Top Dog, he is my husband. He is my taste tester. My moderator, as you guys can see. He is also a streamer. So he streams video games Monday through Friday. So he is also a streamer. Monday through Friday. He streams, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays. Oh my gosh. But yes, he is also a streamer. Okay, you guys, here's our Tweedledee and Tweedledum tarts. Look at these. So we got the one with more yellow and a little bit of red, and then the one with red, little bit of yellow with a ricotta filling. And remember, we put a lot of ricotta in there and different cheeses. So many different cheeses. And then we're just melting our butter here. I'm gonna add in all this. Those are for our oysters. Oysters, not oysters, our mussels. And I'm putting in those chives too, because I love a good chive mix. So I'm just kind of melting the garlic and the butter together, not to get it to burn or anything. It's just gonna be our mixture we put in. Just a yummy, yummy, yummy mixture. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off because it's melted. But we get to try something finally. Our lovely ricotta Tweedledee and Tweedledum tarts. Okay. Oh, this is look at this lovely crispiness of this shell. This one's a little bit darker than the rest of them just because it was smaller. Okay. Top Dog, you might need to come and try this. They taste like a margarita pizza. So I did mystery cheese, whatever cheese I found in my fridge. Which one was Parmesan, ricotta was the base, and then we put oregano and pepper mystery cheese. Mmm. You guys ready for Top Dog? Okay. Let me move this out of the way, just so we have some space. All right. Okay.
I hear there's some food.
Welcome, Top Dog, guys. All right. Oh my gosh, these are so good.
So tell me all about this.
So there's this Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Okay.
So almost the same, almost identical, but it's a ricotta tart with Parmesan, some other cheese that was in our fridge that I didn't know what it was.
Random cheese.
Yeah.
Mystery cheese.
Yeah, oregano, pepper, and then chives on top.
Ooh.
It tastes...
Okay, so you say they're almost identical? What's the difference?
One has more yellow tomatoes and one has more red.
Well, there you go. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Is it hot? Should it be? No?
Mm-mm. It's really juicy. Oh, lights went out, guys. And now they're back.
It's actually really good.
Mm-hmm. It tastes like a margarita pizza.
It does taste like a margarita pizza.
It's so good.
Yeah, this is actually quite yummy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Really good.
Oh, I like it.
So you can take them if you want. You can take the plate. It's going to be a minute till I get everything else done.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I still have my sushi roll to make and the fish from the sushi roll, and I still have my mussels to do. So if you want, you can put it on the plate there and then take it. If you're not going to eat that one too, you can just put it over there.
Yummy. Thank you.
Of course. Okay, that was a plus from him. I was worried. He's not the biggest ricotta fan, but the fact that he liked it was good. All right. Are we ready to do some mussels? Because we don't have oysters. So the little oysters. Okay, it's kind of a dark story, but that's fine. We live with it. So this is what's going to go in the oysters, is that butter, the chives, the parsley, the garlic, all of that. I'm just taking them out because I'm going to kind of have to get creative with this, because I want to open them up with the mussel, put the stuff in it, and then cook them in the shell. Kind of like you would if you did this with the actual oysters. Like this guy, he's not really opened up. I might keep him in the water a little longer. What I'll probably do is only do like 12 and then I'll just add more mussel to it. Like get 12 really good ones and then pull some of the mussel from the other ones so that there's a lot more meat. Ooh. Okay. Some of these didn't open fully. And shockingly, I don't have like a shucker. So I probably need one, but I don't have one. Yeah, look at that. I could open him. Could I possibly open him? Yeah, I could open him. Okay. Woo. All right. Oh, no, he's like dead closed. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take this on over here. We'll go back. Give Top Dog 1 minute. He'll get back to you. But yeah, they are your German mussels. I'll have Top Dog right back. I'm not quite sure what you're asking. I wish these had a translator on it, honestly. Okay, how do I want to do this? Let's just go for it. So I'm going to take this, just put it down, and I'm going to find kind of the biggest ones and open them up, right? And I'm going to just set it down. And even this is a good size one. Because I'm going to find the biggest shells, and then these other ones, I'm going to put the meat, put more meat in there. Oh, this one had a lot of good meat. Look at that. Okay. So I have next to sleep. Greetings from Germany. Oh, bye. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you. I truly appreciate it. You even got the gist. Oh my gosh, I've never taken Germany ever. German. Wow. Sounds like I didn't take English. Okay. Because see, like there's some like this that it's like it's got nothing. So I'm gonna do this kind of creatively. Okay, guys? We're gonna get creative with this. And let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay. Perfect. So I am going to make it so some of the meat isn't sticking. There we go. And I mean, honestly, you know what? I'm redoing this. We're going to get wild. Hey. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to put all the meat in here. All of it. From all of these guys and all the guys in there. And then our filling we made over there. God include, I don't know what that is. Thank you, Top Dog. I'll look into it. I'll look into it this week. Okay. So I'm going to set this kind of to the side. We're going to take all the meat from in here. And I'm going to kind of make almost like, you know how when you have mushrooms, like stuffed mushrooms? We're going to do stuffed mussel shells. So I'm just opening them up. Taking the mussel out. I think this is going to be best. And we're just gonna put it all in here. Just perfect. And then I'm gonna mix it with all of our good stuff. I'm probably gonna add breadcrumbs into this. This wasn't supposed to be a part of it, but I'm probably gonna add some breadcrumbs. Just to give it a little bit texture. It can kind of get itself all nice and done up. But I kind of like the idea of doing it this way so that I could fill these and have them be like nice and filled, you know? And Top Dog, can I ask you, when that warning comes up, does it come over the screen? Does it come in chat? What does it do? Does it like come at the bottom of my screen? Because knowing where that is going to definitely help me figure out what's happening. Okay, we got all the mussels. Let's go. The dogs are like, what smells so good? It's very fishy smelling in here, girls. It's very fishy. Okay. Okay. Now, I am going to take all this mixture that I just made. I'm going to stick it in here. This yummy butter. Again, this was just supposed to go kind of on the top with the oysters, but small pop-up in the left, non-intrusive. Okay, I know exactly what it is then. Thank you, Top. I feel like, why am I... I was like, I could hear a shell. Sorry, guys. I was like, I hear a shell in here. Okay. Yeah, let me get breadcrumbs or panko. Let me see what I got. So I have panko. I don't have breadcrumbs. Got bread flour. I got red rye flour. Panko will work just fine. Just put a little bit in there. Oh, yeah. Okay. And honestly, if I was smart, I'm kind of just stabbing them a little bit just to make the bigger ones a teeny bit smaller. But like, it is just a mixture of the mussels with chives, butter, parsley, garlic, onion. I mean, you could make this into anything. So let's get a small little spoon and we're going to spoon it in here. And I don't know how many I'm going to be able to get because now I'm filling it up way more than it was ever supposed to be. So, okay. Come on, little guy. Get back in the shell. Does anyone else talk to their food? Okay. So this is obviously, these are going to be like heavy on the muscle, which I'm not mad at. Like, that's going to be good. It's going to be nice and meaty, which, yeah. Okay. Stick that in there. And this is kind of the best part with these, like, oysters and all these things is, like, because of it, like, you eat them in there, so it's almost like the shell is your plate, and then you can just throw it away when you're done. Okay. Got a lot. I can kind of fill a little bit more here, not leaving one muscle out. If I got it, we're cooking it. Okay, let's keep this going. These are looking good. I will say the breadcrumbs definitely help expand as much as I needed to. Okay, you guys ready to see what these look like in the stove cam? Let me, my nose is itchy. Okay. Let me show you stove cam what we're working with. And again, these are only going to go in 400 degrees for probably like 15 minutes because they're already cooked pretty much. But look at these. Look at how yummy these look. Garlicky goodness. Love, love, love. Okay, 415 minutes. It's really just to finish the cooking and have everything kind of gel together a little bit. So we're going to put these in 15 minutes. Woo! Okay, time to make some fish. So let me clear off some of this. So, because we're going to be at the stove. And if you guys remember, I couldn't get eel. It was just not something, I don't know why all the stores did not have eel. I honestly didn't think eel was going to be my biggest problem to get, and it was. Okay, let's pour. Oh, I had a few more in there. That's okay. Let's pour this out. Oh yeah, I forgot I had like 2 that didn't open up. Okay. And I'm gonna just move it. Okay, here we go. And our cake, by the way, how are we doing? It is nice and cool. So I'm actually gonna move it up and out of the way a little bit. We are gonna cook some yummy, yummy fish. This is gonna be pretty easy. We're gonna be cutting it for the sushi. So what I ended up doing was we ended up making a trout, and then I did a whole entire unagi like sauce on it. So it's been sitting here the whole time. In the very beginning, this is what we did. So it's been sitting here whole time. Awesome. Sorry guys, Roxy, you gotta wait a minute. My dogs ring bells when they have to go outside. So she's just gotta wait. That's a part of it. And so we're gonna be cutting into this to be a part of our sushi since I couldn't find eel. Normally you'd get eel with this, but not this time. But what we're actually gonna be doing is this sauce. We're gonna reduce it down a lot. Aw, thank you, Top Dog. We're gonna reduce it down so that way we can actually use this sauce on the top of the caterpillar roll. If you've ever had a caterpillar roll, it's got, you know, your avocado, your eel, all of that, but then it has the kind of the brown sauce on top. That brown sauce is this sauce. We're just going to, once it's done being cooked, we're gonna reduce it down as much as we can to a nice thick sauce, which is gonna be delicious, absolutely delicious. So let's go to stove view. Let's go ahead and put this in. This is already nice and hot. And again, this is just salted trout. This is so nice. It's really thick and salty. So I know this is gonna take a moment to cook. So we'll probably do like 3 to 4 minutes on this side and then I'll flip. I'm gonna keep all that sauce right here though, because when it's done, we'll pull it out and I'll just put the sauce in. I will turn my fan on though, because this is gonna get strong in here. So our oysters, we've got 12 minutes. Okay, we're working backwards again. So we'll work on the cake then, because that's kind of our next step, is to get everything ready for our cake. So we're gonna be doing that roll cake. Again, like I said, that's my scariest thing ever. I have never made a roll cake, but I'm excited. We're gonna see what we can do. So we're gonna be taking the cake and we're gonna add some grape jelly to it. Again, we gotta keep with the purple of the Cheshire cat. And then we're gonna actually be doing whipped cream in it. So I'm gonna be making some nice thick whipped cream, so you guys can kind of see what that's like as well. Now, I don't know if I have a bowl. I think I used all my bowls already today. So let me grab a different one down here that I can use. And whipped cream's really easy to make. So again, because this has a little bit of time on it, we're just gonna let that be. All right, let me grab some heavy whipping cream. That is obviously your main ingredient. And I'm just gonna pour. I know I have about 1.5 cups left in this bottle. So maybe a teeny bit more. So about 1.5 cups. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some vanilla extract and maybe about a tablespoon, maybe a little less. Next is your powdered sugar, which we had to use this earlier today. And I'm gonna do a healthy 4th cup, right? 4th cup of powdered sugar. It just makes it so it sticks a little bit better and it keeps its form just a teeny bit better. Let me grab my hand mixer, however, and we'll start mixing this up. The powdered sugar makes it so that if need be, ooh, hold on. Ooh, the salted fish. I might need to add my liquids in already. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. I'm actually gonna let it cook in its liquid because it's dried out a little too much for me. So we're gonna let it be in its liquid for a little bit. Okay. So the powdered sugar, what that does is you can make it ahead of time like we're doing right now. And then I'm going to stick it in the fridge and it will keep its shape. Instead of kind of, if you've ever made it and you're like, it kind of turns back into a liquid. It's because you need something to thicken it up. And that's what your powdered sugar will do. So we're going to just do this. And if you have a standing mixer, add all these in, walk away for a good like 5 minutes or so. Maybe not even. This doesn't take me 5 minutes to do. And it will make you your whipped cream. I'm just doing it with a hand mixer. Oh yeah, our fish is definitely a cookin'. All right, I'm at the highest speed on my whipped cream. And it's almost into a whipped cream. I just keep watching my fish, so that way I know I'm good to go. And I'm gonna whip this a little bit longer than I need to. So what's happening now is you can tell, like, it's got a little bit, can't really tell when I'm doing it like that. It's got a little bit of fold. Like, I had served dessert and I needed whipped cream. I'd serve it now. It might not hold its shape as much, but I'm gonna do it a little bit more, whip it into more of a shape just so it holds just a teeny bit longer. And the dogs are down here. Okay, so look at this. Look at that whipped cream. Holding its shape so very nicely. Yum, yum. Okay, tastes like amazing whipped cream per the usual. All right, let me unplug this so no one trips. I'm gonna stick this in the fridge and then we'll flip the fish. It is definitely a foaming up with that fish right now. So I just gotta make some room in my fridge. Gotta make some rooms. Okay, so let me go to the stove view so you guys can kind of see. Oh, does the house smell good? Okay. Yes, look at that. Oh, I love it. Oh yeah, this is cooking nice. I'm gonna bring it up a little bit more on that heat. Oh, this is cooking nice. It does. It smells really good though. Okay, so let's move along to getting the sushi pieces ready, which is going to be cucumber, avocado, and then of course we have the nori and stuff. We have the sushi rice, which we made earlier today. So let me grab the cucumber and the avocado. Because we want to make sure these are set. Okay, so we got our cucumber here. Let me just take this off the avocado. I don't feel like this is the avocado I got yesterday, because it's not. I was like, I wanted to put it in the fridge. Okay, so we are actually going to be using Top Dog, like for Christmas, got me, it's either Christmas or birthday, got me a sushi making kit, and I want to try it. I legitimately am like, I want to try it. So we're going to try it, and it's funny. It's one of those ones you can like get on Amazon. Like I said, I might have just broke it in the seconds it took me to do this. Oh, okay. You take it off like, what the heck? Okay, let's read this. I might have to do it my old-fashioned way. I know that way. I know how to do that. Ah, thank you for the follow. Is it Vinaya? Thank you so much, sweet Vinaya. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, okay. So they have me putting, okay, I get this. Guys, I get this. Okay, so they're going to have me put the rice and everything else in here, and then I like push it together, and then I bring it out of here onto the seaweed wrap. That's it. And then this is used, this is used. I'll unscrew it and I like push it out because it wants to stick to this. Okay, we got this, guys. I've got this. We have got this. We're gonna figure this out. Okay, let's see here. How's our fish doing? Oh yeah. Yes. This sauce is gonna take a minute to get down, reduce down, but that's okay. Okay, so I want to see with a caterpillar roll. I know the avocado is on top, the cucumber's on the inside. Okay, so let's cut everything to be ready. And I know with these, so these are the bamboo like rollers that you use for it. I am gonna put saran wrap over it. That's how I've always known to do it, is to put saran wrap over those. But let's get everything else, let's get it all nice and ready. So we're gonna peel our cucumber. And then I'm gonna cut him in half and we're gonna core him because you don't want any of those seeds. Okay. sushi is like one of our favorite foods. I want to find somebody that I can get really good meat from the sushi from, because it really is like Top Dog and I probably eat sushi or poke, anything like that. Honestly, what would you say? At least once a week? It's just too good. Okay, so you got this with all the seeds in it. So let me get a pourer. You can use a table, like a teaspoon, tablespoon, or if you have like a core like this. And I'm just gonna, pour it out. So slippery. Okay. All right. Woo! We're just getting out all those seeds. There we go. Okay. Let me just cut off our ends here. You know what? My puppy's here. Here you go. Yeah. You like cucumbers. All right, and then obviously you're putting it into the sushi, so you need it to be lengthwise. So I'm gonna cut in half, and then I'm gonna cut in half again. So we don't want too much cucumber, because we gotta put the fish and the cucumber inside with the rice. And again, it's not gonna look gorgeous, but this is what we can do. Let's see. Oh, we're looking good. Okay, I'm going to turn this heat nice and low. It looks like our fish is... Ooh. 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 My tongs aren't opening. Okay. Looks like our fish is doing pretty good. Definitely got a crisp on that skin, so I'm gonna keep that nice and low, so that way we're good to go. Yeah, we have sushi very often. Yup. No. 100%. All right, now for the avocado. We're going to cut him in half. Oh, those are our mussels. Oh, that's not the right oven. Oh, yes. These look so good. Oh my gosh, and they smell delicious. Okay, let me show you guys the stove view. I think that's the last time we're using the oven today. Okay. Ooh. Let's show you the stove view of these suckers. I'm going to let them cool down before we try them, obviously. But look at how good those stuffed mussels look. Our little oysters. Couldn't get oysters, so we settled for the next best thing. Oh, those look so good. They smell so amazingly good. Okay, so with this, I think I'm just going to kind of cut it, and I'll figure out how to lay it on when we get there. So all I did was kind of cut it into little slits like that. And when we get to the sushi part, I'll figure out how we're gonna place that, because it just goes on top like really nicely. So now we're gonna get to the fish. Let me get a good cutting board, because I'm gonna turn that off. And I'm gonna put our fish up here. This looks so good. I'm actually going to, this little bit of sauce that's in there, I might end up doing a different sauce with it, but that's okay. Because I kind of underestimated how powerful that sauce would burn. All right, so we got, oh yes, we got so much of this yummy fish. Oh, it is like salted goodness. All right. So this is the side with the skins. Okay. And I'm just gonna kind of cut through. Come on. There we go. And it doesn't, let's see here. It's gonna kind of be a little bit, I think, of a mush in there. Not a mush, I don't want to say a mush. But it's not gonna be like a straight piece, which I think is fine. That's not a problem. Let's try some of this. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh, that's salty. That might be a little too salty for me. I think with everything else, it's gonna go good, but that's salty. I mean, it's a salted cod, so it better be. But that is salty. Oh my gosh, you guys wanna know something? I forgot to put the cheese on top of the mussels. So I'm just gonna put the cheese on now, and I'm gonna put it back in the oven for just like a teeny bit so that that cheese melts. I can't believe it. I forgot the cheese. Okay. I turn the oven off, which is fine. There's no problem with that. I can stick it back in the oven for like 5 minutes. I cannot believe it. I forgot the cheese. Sushi, right? The sushi bazooka. Exactly, exactly. How are you? Yeah, this thing's wild. I'm excited to try it. Okay, so we got our sushi rice. Okay. Again, we made that sushi rice earlier. So you just stick it on here. And you kind of make a hole where you're going to put everything. That's the fun of this. And then you do that on both sides per the instructions. And guys, I know this rice is good because it is sticking to all my fingers. Okay. Okay. There we go. There we go. All right. Okay. So now we're going to take some cucumber and I'm going to lie that down. We're going to put our meat in here. Let me find some of it here. Okay. Love, love, love. I want to like really fill this up. Let's see how good this sushi maker is. Okay. And then the avocado goes on. I mean, caterpillar roll is a pretty simple roll. Make sure you wet it first. Yeah, I probably should have done that. Thankfully, this thing pushes it out, so I'm hoping I'll be okay. We'll find out, right? Okay. So then I do this, and I close it. Okay, come on. Close. Okay, close. And then where's my little lid? Oh, there it is. Okay, so then to give it its good, like, end, you gotta put this on and kind of push it, I think is what it said. And you'll feel it. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, let's see. Oh, yes. We're getting there. Okay. So, it's, like, kind of hard, and I can feel it a little bit of pressure here so that it's, like, making the end piece. So, it's not all scraggly. Which, yeah! You guys know I'm happy about that stuff. Okay. Let me get my saran wrap to put on to the bamboo, because I definitely know that that is a thing. Okay. Helps with the stickiness of all of it. Also talk about keeping it nice and clean. Come on. I know you want to rip. There we go. Okay. Put this on there. This might not have been the best saran wrap to use. Of course, it didn't make the piece big enough. Okay. All right, we'll just do it like this. Then we know we're good. I have a love-hate relationship with saran wrap. I think most people do. But the super sticky one, ugh. Like I love it and I hate it. Okay. If it doesn't like what I'm doing, then what I'm gonna do is just get the bamboo wet. And we'll just do it that way. Okay, here we go. We're gonna get our sushi, our nori, the sheets of that. Which, I don't know about you all. I know like places sell it. I can just eat these. Like, just eat them. I love them so much. Okay. All right, we ready? We ready to see what happens? Okay, and it said to just plop it out, right? Yeah. Okay, it says you can undo it though if you want. Let me see if anything's stuck. Oh yeah, no, we cannot undo that. Okay. Ooh! Oh my gosh! You guys! Look at my little roll! Okay, that was better than I could ever do by my hand, I'll tell you guys that much. Okay, we're just gonna roll it. I mean, is there really any reason for me to squish this in? It's kind of perfect already. I'm so excited. Okay, let me get a plate. Turn that off. I can't believe it. Oh, my muscles. All I wanted to do was melt some cheese. It's definitely melted. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So now I will unroll this. Okay. Let me get the seaweed maybe just a teeny bit wet here. It's because it doesn't want to stick too well. The extra, at least. Okay, this thing even has like a cutting board, by the way. Believe it or not. This little kit is quite amazing for sushi making. So that you can make them all the same. Like, how cute. And then let me grab the knife. And then we're just gonna go like this. Top dog, we might be having sushi at home more. Find a vendor who can get us some meat. So that's always the bad end. I know that part. You always have your ends that are just like the sad little ends. Okay, so I'm gonna take it out like this. We're gonna kind of work it like a little caterpillar. Okay. I am really excited about this. Okay, let's do some avocado here. I gotta figure out how I wanna obviously do this masterpiece of mine. So I'm gonna just go in. I'm just gonna kind of manhandle a little bit of avocado. Again, this is not gonna be perfect. But when have I ever been perfect, guys? Nobody is. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of go in. I'm just scraping out all the avocado slices. And I'm just kind of putting them on top and at a light angle. If I would have done this again, I would have scooped out the full thing of avocado and sliced it at a really big angle. Versus what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, okay. I'll just put this there. Oh, here we go. We got one more. We got one more. Let me put this. Oh my gosh. Okay, now the sauce. Let me see how this tastes. That's pretty good. Okay. So I definitely don't have enough sauce to do what I wanted to do, which obviously I would have written out, who are you? Because it's the caterpillar. But I don't have enough, and I want to make sure there is sauce on this lovely thing. Top Dog, if you would like to come down and try some sushi, please feel free to. I'm also going to add some sesame seeds to this. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it! We have made sushi! All right, sesame seeds. This isn't part of a caterpillar roll for me. It's just, why not? On my way. Right? Okay, guys. Look at our caterpillar roll. For a girl, first time making this, not too shabby. Right? I figure, come on, like Alice in Wonderland, caterpillar. Gotta try the caterpillar roll, right? Gotta have that. Okay. I am so excited to try this. Now, I'm a little nervous because that fish was really salty, like very salty to me. Top Dog might like it. He can usually have a little bit more salt. I want to wait for him to come down though for us to try this because I obviously have tons left. But I'm running out of space. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. I gotta put stuff somewhere because we gotta do our cake next, the most terrifying thing. But I want to make sure everything has its little spot for us to try. Oh my gosh, he's running, guys. I know, the wasabi, I should have had some. I have horseradish dish or sauce, which out here, a lot of people, that's what it is. Okay, so I will warn you.
Okay.
That fish is like a salt lick.
Okay.
So, what do you think, first of all?
Okay, first off.
For first sushi.
Not bad. First time making sushi, it looks like sushi.
Right?
It looks a little bulky, but it looks like sushi.
Mm-hmm. Try it.
Yeah. Is this soy sauce here?
This is the sauce that it goes with, but I can put soy sauce on.
Can I get a soy sauce on the side?
Mm-hmm. It definitely needs less rice, more meat.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
What makes it chewy? Is it the seaweed wrap?
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. That's the fish.
That fish?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. It's very chewy and very salty. It's too salty for me. It's too salty for me. It's too salty. Oh, it's seaweed?
It's the seaweed wrap.
It was a little big.
The seaweed wrap?
Yeah. It was a little big.
It's very chewy.
Yeah. I'll have to figure out like more things. But overall, I'm like, okay, I got it. I got it down. Like obviously the avocado, now I know how I need to have it. Oh, it's just getting wet now. You just pick it up with your hands. It's too salty for me.
Oh.
Like, you should try a piece of the meat. It's very salty. Oh, here, I'll put it there.
That seaweed wrap.
I know, and he's a huge wasabi. I was telling you, like, over here, a lot of times it's horseradish sauce that they made green. But, like, anytime he gets real wasabi, he's super happy. I just didn't think of any. I don't know why I didn't think of it. Chew, chew, chew. You can spit if you want. The trash can's right there.
Oh, the meat's a little dry, too.
Yeah. I think it was a new fish I had never made. Okay. Here's our crazy looking oysters. Let me get some of the cheese off. Because we're going to try this too. Our little oysters. Yeah, you can if you need to, because it's too chewy. I gotta find better seaweed.
Yeah, that seaweed wrap's really like it's really chewy.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't break. It doesn't want to break down.
Yeah.
And then having just the meat itself is a bit dry and chewy as well.
Yeah. Okay.
In sushi, the meat is usually very soft and just kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, a little hot.
It's not.
Is it up?
No.
Just the oyster itself is hot.
Mm-hmm.
Muscle.
Okay. I should have not have added the cheese.
Ooh.
But there's not enough flavor. Like not enough garlic, even though I put 3 cloves in there. There needs more. There needs to be a lot more. It just tastes like muscle.
Stuffing or something?
Yeah, because I had to do it like a stuffing. Are you okay?
I think so.
Did you eat a piece of cheese?
Mm-mm.
Uh-uh. Yeah, not my fave. It just tastes like mussels, honestly. Yeah, all wasabi, it's horseradish, and a small grow. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not my favorite. I'm proud of myself for making it. Will not be finishing those. Mussels are again, I am very weird about seafood. Chewy?
Chewy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's very chewy.
Well, not the cake, which I'm about to make.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I will bring you back down for cake. Yeah, just take the avocado. Okay. All right, let's set up for this cake. Whew, this is my most nerve-wracking part of today. So we made the whipped cream, which I'm going to go grab in a second. We made, well, we didn't make the jelly, grape jelly. And now we're going to do the cake. Yeah, didn't like the sushi, the fish. I think I got to try, you know what I need to do? I need to start with like California rolls, right? Like when someone's not used to eating sushi, that's like what you start them off with. And then they get more exploratory. I think making it, I need to start the same because it just wasn't great to me. It wasn't, I will not be making that again. And I just need to get better with it. Just got to get better with it. Okay. All right. So I want to make sure I have a nice dry space. I'm going to get a cutting board out too, by the way, to do this. I cannot believe we are making a rolled cake. This is very, very exciting. Like escargot, yep, in the shell. But I did make it almost, so I kind of, it was supposed to be oysters, but again, I couldn't find them, so it's mussels. All the places just didn't have them that I would normally think would. And so the markets didn't have them, so I went with mussels. And so instead, I took all the herbs and stuff and kind of made it almost like a stuffing and put it back in the shell with cheese on top. And I think because I put it back, I should have just put it back in and not recooked it. It would have been much, much better. Okay, so we're gonna flip this over. So it's so weird. They told us to do that. Okay. Woo. This is terrifying. Okay, we're gonna roll this sucker. But we're first gonna put all of our stuff on it. So this was the Cheshire Cat's tail, which now that I'm doing it, it should have been the other way. I should have done the lines this way, because if I'm gonna roll this way, if I roll this way, it's gonna be too skinny that it won't fully roll. So I did the lines wrong. Woo! Y'all know this is what happens with me. Okay, so let me just take the grape jelly, and this is gonna be kind of the flavoring. The cake itself is a nice, just vanilla. And I could have heated this up, but I'm not going to worry about it. We will take our time spreading this with a knife. So this is going to be the grape jelly. And then we're going to put whipped cream on top. And again, I'm going to do this whole thing. So this is a pretty large cake here. And to me, it doesn't even have to be like perfectly spread. Just evenly. Man, I should have gotten more jam. Who knew? Who would have known? Okay. Oop, oop, oop. My dog is literally underneath me like, wait, what's gonna fall next? What's falling next? Okay, so this little side might be a little sad on its jelly. Okay. There we go. A little more evened. Okay. Okay. All right, not mad at that. Okay. Let me grab some more water real quick. Okay. Let me grab our whipped cream we made. Because now we're going to put the whipped cream on. So this is like if you made a giant like Swiss roll. So this is like a Swiss roll that's vanilla and whipped cream flavored, like the whipped cream in it. If you did this with like a chocolate cake and then you put like a little hard shell, then it would be just like a Swiss roll. I mean, this looks a little terrifying to have to roll up. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. It's pretty, I mean, this is pretty thick. Okay. All right. We got this, team. We've got this. We can roll this up. Even though we did the coloring the wrong way. Okay. So you just take it. Oh my gosh, how are we doing this? Oh, this is a big boy. He's a big boy, guys. Oh my gosh, it's working. Kind of. Oh, we got one little part breaking. Okay. We'll go roll you on that part. Oh, it's a little crack. We got some cracking. Okay, it's fine. We're gonna deal. Everything's oozing out. This is like the biggest burrito ever. But let's see. I don't even know how to cut this the right way. I don't even know, guys. I don't even know. Okay, so let me just like kind of clean up the sides a bit, I guess. Oh my gosh, this is intense. Okay, let me rinse this. Okay. It's kind of like a little sushi roll. So guessing by the cracking, because I just had a pretty big crack take place, I must have cooked it just a teeny bit too long because everything is fully cooled, but we got some pieces falling apart here. I'm just gonna grab a plate so I can grab a good piece and we can try this out and kind of see what this looks like. Oh yeah, like he did not want to roll at all. Maybe he was too thick. Like, I think I maybe made him too thick. Because look, he's like a sad little roll. just a little sad. Chilling might solve it, yeah. Well, they were saying too sometimes, I mean, the cake's pretty spongy, but from what I was reading online, and I think I need to make it thinner and bigger. Like I used the pan that they suggested, but I can't get a good roll. Yeah, and I agree. Like this cake's gonna taste great. The fact that, I mean, for me, I'm like, hey, it's gonna taste good, and it's the Cheshire Cat colors. So let me try a piece. Oh yeah, that's really yummy. I mean, it just tastes like vanilla goodness. And I mean, the sponge cake is spongy. It legit acts like a sponge. Yeah, it tastes like the jam I put in it. Let me try the sponge alone. The sponge is actually really good. I kind of think this sponge, thank you so much for the follow. Wazzer, thank you, thank you. But yeah, I think, you know what this sponge cake I think would be really good in? And it could be because I had to put food coloring into it. Like I want to make it again on my own to see if the food coloring is what kind of messed it up. But this is a great sponge cake for like strawberry shortcake. Like it's very light and fluffy. It's got a good vanilla on it. I'm not gonna have Top Dog come back down. He was just down here, so I feel bad. But I think he'll like this a lot. And it's cake. But holy moly. Alice and Wonderland, done. We did the Tweedledee and Tweedledum tarts, which I love. They seriously tasted like margarita pizzas. It was so good. We did the little oysters, and they didn't turn out as good as I wanted them to. Just too chewy, I think overcooked. Again, I've never really made them before. Oysters, mussels, like, so that was new for me. So I think I know what I need to do to fix it. Obviously not overcook it, but it definitely needs a lot more flavor. I want to work more with the clam-shelled and shelled type seafood because I definitely have not done enough of that. So I'm excited to try more of that. The caterpillar roll. Okay, definitely needed to get the right meat. But on top of that, less rice, more meat. Like, gotta figure that out. Again, I think I'm gonna start making sushi, and I'm gonna first start with like imitation crab and what they normally do. Like, it just seems like I could figure that piece out because those are pretty easy. So I'd like to try it with that. The rice, however, that sushi rice we made tasted great. And then the Cheshire Cat cake, which I am not mad. It's like literally falling apart. I am not mad at the flavors there. I just think the cake needed to be thinner and cook a little less. It's definitely fully cooled. This is not warm or anything like that. So I'm excited. The sponge was there. It tasted great. I just think either A, me adding food coloring kind of ruined it a bit, or B, instead of doing it on that 15 by 10, I needed to do it a little bigger so it was thinner and easier to roll. Also, I could have put too much filling in. That could be the problem too. I don't know. It's just, it tastes good though. It's a yummy cake, guys. Okay, we got to pick what we're going to do next week. You guys know every Sunday we theme it out. It was Alice in Wonderland. Now here's the thing. I will not be here next Sunday, but I will be here on Saturday. And the reason I'm not here Sunday is in the United States, it's Mother's Day, and I will be spending that time with my mom. So I will be on Saturday at 2:30 instead of Sunday. So we'll do this theme, whichever one I pick. That is what we will do. Okay, here it is. There is the theme. Are we ready? Are we ready? Okay. Oh my gosh, of course. I'm going to have to figure this out a lot faster than I thought. You guys can't see that. San Francisco seafood. So it looks like we're making some clam chowder bowls. Looks like I'm gonna be making, I mean, there's so much seafood they do. Maybe some like crab, something good with crab. I love it, right? All of the crabs. We gotta do all the crab goodness. Lobster! Top, I did lobster last week. Are you gonna fund me bringing lobster on again? Yeah, we're definitely gonna do some seafood, and then I am gonna figure out, I know some pretty good things to do when it comes to like the desserts and stuff like that. So I'm gonna make sure 4-course meal, everything is gonna be seafood. Obviously that means crab cakes are probably the appetizers, guys, because that's nice and easy peasy. But we did it. Alice in Wonderland, 4-course menu with unique characters. There is crispin happening over here. We are doing it. Yep, bread bowl chowder. Have to do the bread bowl, right? I'll probably make the bread bowls ahead of time just so they're ready. Or, you know what? I can do part of them. I can actually do part of them. I know what I can do, guys. Yes, bread bowl chowder, lobster. I'm gonna think of everything we can do because I think it's gonna be amazing. This is actually, Top Dog's gonna be super excited next week because we're gonna fully cook a bunch of San Francisco seafood. If you didn't know, Top Dog and I are actually from, well, we were both born in the Bay Area. We have, however, obviously moved on. I live in Las Vegas now, and we met in San Diego. But San Francisco definitely holds a good part to our hearts. So I'm excited to do that. Everyone today, I can't believe it. I had so many things. Top Dog for subscribing. We had Very Cherry Mary, Mizrel, Anonymous, Shill, Seth, Seth with the raid, Sweet, and I'm sorry if I'm saying it right, Vinaya, Sweet Vinaya, and Wizard. You all did so amazing, and thank you for the follows. I truly appreciate it. You have no idea. It means the world having this. This is what I love doing for fun, and I love my community so much. So we will be back on Saturday. But if you could stick around just for 30 seconds, it would be amazing. We are going to raid somebody. I'm going to find someone. But it means the world. I am telling you, whether it's one person or 1,000 people on this side of the screen, it means so much to get raided. And it's seriously, it's so amazing. So I'm going to raid somebody. I think it would be super fun. I'm kind of looking at my list right now of who I follow to see who's on. And I do see that Cupcake Dex is on, and she's a really great person. I'd love for you guys to stay around. Again, it'd be so nice. So please stay around. Let's give a huge applause to all of you. Thank you for joining me. We did it. Alice in Wonderland, the first stream in May with my favorite movie. I'm so glad I picked that. And it couldn't get better than this. So let's start our raid, guys. Again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate everything. Love you all. Bye.
You, Caden? What? My life sucked for 2 days. Being sick got so bad I needed fluids in the hospital. I got better after 2 days. I'm so glad to hear you're doing better. Oh my god.